Cards Against Humanity pre-roll.
Wait, what?
We had this one time, Cards Against Humanity.
People love this game, man.
People love this game. It's called, this episode is sponsored by Cards Against Humanity's 10 Days or Whatever of Kwanzaa. You give Cards Against Humanity $15 and they'll send you 10 mystery gifts for the 10 days or whatever of Kwanzaa. Space is limited to the first 250,000 people who sign up at holidaybullshit.com.
I think they have I think they have a pretty big following. It's called Hollywood Bull.
How can they send 10 mystery gifts to people 10 days?
I think it's a card.
For 250,000. You know how much that would cost?
What is the website? Well, holidaybullshit.com.
Holidaybullshit.com. I think this is a fake. Because Kwanzaa.
That's not a real holiday, right?
I mean, go look it up.
Holiday.
Go look it up. You know how many people? It's celebrated by less than 2% of Americans.
But that doesn't mean anything, Walt. That must be respected.
I'm not saying
We've hidden
but
a really
they aren't
hard.
respecting it. Cards Against Humanity.
Why? They're giving you a Kwanzaa deal.
It's obviously a joke.
So you have to wait a second. We've hidden a really hard puzzle in this year's holiday bullshit. There's an enormous prize for the person or group who helps solve it. If you'd like to help, check out our mysterious puzzle site. And then you have to go to the puzzle site, 2014 puzzle coming soon. I guess you would have to read about this because I don't really know what it is. Does it say what the holiday bullshit thing is?
It said, I'll read it again. Cards Against Humanity pre-roll. This episode is sponsored by
You don't have to read pre-roll.
Against Humanity's 10 Days or whatever of Kwanzaa. You give Cards Against Humanity $15 and they'll send you 10 mystery gifts for the 10 days or whatever of Kwanzaa. Space is limited to the first 250,000 people who sign up at holidaybullshit.com. That's 250,000 people.
Times 10?
Right?
If they're giving it to you for 10 days? I'm not exactly. I don't even know where the fuck to point these people to understand it better.
Cards would like to be the pre-roll. It says that's what I've just been told.
Yeah, so does Audible. That's the pre-roll is like before we even this episode of Tell 'em Steve Dave is brought to you by Audible and Cards Against Humanity and Jib Jab and fucking.
I only have Audible talking points in Nature Box. The only thing I have for Cards Against Humanity is the pre-roll thing he gave me.
That's all they wanted to do?
That's it.
Okay, so then that's all you have to do is say this episode of.
Yeah, but I like to give a little bit more information on what it is. I mean, it seems like
people are more confused than ever.
This is one long ass pre-roll.
Yeah, this is a pretty long pre-roll, but hey, they should like it.
Wish we had come up with that fucking game, man. Oof.
Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, we wouldn't be doing this podcast right now. If
we could come up with like a rip-off version of it.
What is it exactly? Have you ever played? No, at cons they do it. Yeah,
it's a big thing. I think it's like, you ever play Apples to Apples? I played that. Yep. I think it's a cynical adult version of Apple to Apple.
I saw one of the cards was here's the steeple, here's the church, here's the doors. Look inside. And it says, then the other card says, 4 midgets defecating in a bucket.
Sure, there you go.
But what's I don't understand. What's the game?
I think that's it. You just make yourself laugh.
I just read it, then I'm like,
no, you got to make up something. If it's like Apples to Apples, it's some sort of, I don't know, dude. We'll find out. But people love it. I mean, people go berserk for it.
Yeah, I know. People really do like it. Yeah. So we'll have to figure that out. You know what I mean? Should spend more time inventing shit like this.
We should. I've been playing Risk lately. You guys play Risk?
I never played Risk once.
Board game?
Oh, it's fucking great.
Who were you playing Risk with?
I play with my family. I've had a couple of nights of people come over and play it.
That's war strategy, right?
Yeah. Dude, it's so much fun.
You might have been a general in another lifetime, I think.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, you're very strategic.
Yeah? Really? Because
he's going to get our asses kicked by 1%ers. He ain't that fucking strategic. And he's ready to back down.
I'm not saying he won into the battle.
General Custer, perhaps?
General Pusshole.
Run, boys! You're saying Declan dropped the ball?
I'm saying that
it sure sounds that way. I don't know about a midget, but I'll bet you a dwarf could get me down.
I didn't get enough sleep last night. Everybody's going to pay. No, it's like...
Everybody's gonna
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave with me, Walt, and BQ, who, if you'd like, you can reach by phone. Now, what's this all about, Q? That you're taking social media and fan interactivity to the next level?
Yeah.
By giving out your personal phone number on Twitter.
What happened is I found out that you don't follow wrestling, right, Walter?
Old school wrestling.
So you don't know about Hornswoggle? He's one of the new WWE superstars.
Hornswoggle?
He played the Leprechaun in the new Leprechaun movie. Leprechaun Origins.
Is it dwarf wrestler?
Yeah.
It was Maxwell's wife's maiden name, Hornswoggle.
In this day and age, is
Yeah.
midget wrestling politically incorrect?
Well, they don't call it midget wrestling, but
Everybody knows what
it's
that's called.
yeah.
It's all midgets?
No, there's a couple. I don't know if the right word is midget anymore. I don't know. Little people. I don't know. But
Are they all little?
there's only two of them in the WWE that I know. And when I
They
say
only fight each other?
no, they have. The last time they wrestled each other. The last time I saw them wrestle, but mainly they're like they're used as like personality. Hornswoggle is definitely used as like a
Or a
personality.
bowling ball?
No, they've actually made good use of him over the years. I don't think they've done
Make
like.
use of them.
Well, one storyline, he was Vince McMahon's illegitimate son. Like they've worked with this stuff to make it happen. So
Isn't the? I know this is. I'm gonna
go ahead.
I'm gonna walk a tightrope here. I might fall, but isn't the only reason that
This
little
is a man
people-
walking a tightrope right now.
the little people are in the ring is because they're little?
Definitely in the olden days, but I wonder if like now it's just equal ops, baby. Everybody can get in that ring.
But you don't see like you don't see other. And I guess it is kind of a handicap, right?
I would guess so.
Is it classified as a handicap?
I would think so, yeah.
I would say probably.
You don't see other ones.
Yeah, like you can't have a guy rolling around in a wheelchair wrestling.
Well, why
somebody
not?
Else.
You
Or
could,
say like,
but where's the entertainment value? I mean, it's
that would be entertaining
is it
watching
not-
a
do you
wrestler
think
push him
it's-
over.
Is it politically incorrect?
For what? For little guys in the ring?
Yeah.
I
Isn't it all
think
about
if
the
it's
spectacle when it's just that then? Because everybody just gets on the edge of their seat and makes you notice, well, look, it's dwarfs.
I don't think so because the last time I saw them wrestle, they were wearing pajamas. So I think it was serious.
dressed as babies, so it's not exploiting them at all. I think in this day and age, it's probably closer to what you say, Q. Like if it was an all midget wrestling league, then or all dwarf wrestling league, then I would say.
Well, I would say it wouldn't be then if it was all. I say you trot out your midget wrestlers.
If you guys want to get in your DeLorean and go back a few years, True TV had a
Yes, I
series
remember when Hulk
called
Hogan.
Micro Wrestling with Hulk
Yeah.
Hogan, and it was all.
We talked about it on the show once. They had this really crazy move. It was called the butt cheek submission move, where they
I remember
just
you
put
talking about
sweaty ass
this.
in other midgets' faces.
Yeah, it's called My Sex Life. So, well, he's entertaining on.
Right,
on
I'm
it.
not saying it's not entertaining, but I just wonder in 2014.
I think if you didn't allow him,
Yeah.
based on the fact that
No,
you
but
don't want to
didn't.
protect him.
But it's just the spectacle of it all.
Especially wrestling fans, they're not known for that. Like Brian Maxwell isn't sitting there being like, "Well, this is equal opportunity for everybody."
You go get him, Hornswoggle.
It's not like he's technically the soundest wrestler out there. He's not.
No.
His moves aren't the great. I mean, he's really only out there for the entertainment factor, right?
Sure, but that's okay.
Which is fine because that's what wrestling is. It's not.
Right.
Is it a sport or is it entertainment?
It's sports entertainment is how they classify it. They're definitely athletes. I think you have to. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not denying that they're in their peak physical shape. They do shit that's almost impossible.
Insane.
With the way they contort around up in the air and everything.
Right.
I don't know about a midget, but I'll bet you a dwarf could get me down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're so muscular. Well, dwarves are more muscular though, whereas midgets are just shrunken down little people. So I think I might be able to get him.
You think you could catch one in the ring? I think you would be.
Well, I think Hornswoggle's a dwarf. Should I look it up?
I don't know if it last a minute when one of those real special.
Like he's just trucking around and I'm trying to get him? Or he just goes up on the rope and jumps off and lands on me? He kicks me in the chin or something?
And these guys, they're still professional athletes. Not taking anything away from them. Their physical prowess.
No, definitely not. I mean, look, I'm fully I know for a fact there are tons of girls who could beat me up for sure. Like I've seen girl fighting like the UFC type thing with girl. It's nuts. It's fucking crazy.
All right, he acted as a general manager of the WWE for a little time, so I don't think he's just. They've used him in some real things, but unfortunately, they've also had him dressed as a leprechaun. So I think he's been
and pretend that Vince McMahon's illegitimate. So.
Right?
Do you think? How does this tie into your Twitter account?
Well, I'm getting to that. So I went to see Raw. I did an interview for the WWE channel a few months back in Brooklyn.
They have their own channel. Yeah,
it's an app on. It's actually pretty awesome. It's on the
fucking EBS network with the all Yankee action and it's all wrestling action.
Yeah, it's basically that. Yeah,
it's not on my cable outlet.
No, you have to pay. It's a monthly pay thing. You can get it on like on your Xbox. You can get it on your Apple TV. Yeah, it's one of these internet things. But it's legitimately awesome. It's a great thing.
Isn't it insane how many of those fucking channels there are? Like if you go through them.
Yeah, they got a lot. I don't know how they stay in business.
So many things that you're like, you don't even click on because you're just like, I don't know what it is.
But I will say this, the wrestling pay-per-views are like $60 now for
how many
one.
Hours?
3 hours.
$20 an hour.
Sure. And usually what you do is you invite friends over. So, the cost gets... if you're even charged. But now with the WWE channel it's $10 a month and you get every pay-per-view for free. So 2 pay-per-views you've covered.
How many pay-per-views do they usually do?
There's one a month. There's 12.
This is a monthly thing. They try to whip up everybody into a frenzy to order a special.
Right.
Well, I thought we were bad with the Christmas episode.
No, they fucking know what they're doing.
And it features the midget every time.
He's like everyone else. There's a storyline. I wish you wouldn't call my friend Hornswoggle a midget.
Oh, you actually know the guy?
Well, that's how we're getting to this.
Oh, okay. You guys are friends now?
Well, I would like to be.
Oh, okay.
So here's what happened. I went to do the Raw interview and then watched Raw, went home, and then that night I saw that there was a tweet from Hornswoggle about the one of Impractical Jokers being one of his favorite shows. So I hit him back and I was like, "Hey man," I was like, "Look, I was just there. Like it would have been nice to meet and stuff like that." And then he was like, "Oh, next time in town we'll get together and whatnot." Now this is the new Leprechaun, which is another little thing of cool because I love those Leprechaun movies.
They're remaking this. They're rebooting that franchise.
Yeah, they already rebooted it.
What's up with Warwick Davis?
I guess too much money. Oh, it was co-produced by the WWE.
So they kicked out Warwick Davis
and put in one of their own guys. Put in Hornswoggle.
I like that.
Now
I don't like it at all. There's Hornswoggle. He's a dwarf for sure.
Okay, he's a dwarf. So I was going back and forth with him direct message on Twitter, and I'm like, this is annoying. It's just an extra step. I was like, let me just give the guy my number because it's just easier that I don't have to go through Twitter or whatnot. So I typed my number in.
It's hard to tweet dick pics back and forth to each other rather than text.
Right. So I typed my number in and hit send, and then I'm sitting there, and my phone starts going off like crazy. It felt like, how when you land after a long flight and you turn on your phone and it's like bling, 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 bling. Like you start getting all the texts and emails that you missed and phone calls and whatnot. That started happening. And I was like, this is weird. I was like, and it just kept going. And then it hit me. I was like, because I've done it before where I meant I meant to send a direct message to someone and didn't and put it online. Sure enough, I fucking go online and I put my number on. And I have to say, there was definitely restraint on the fans' part. They only called me over 1,000 times in 15 minutes and sent 887 text messages in 5 minutes. So I had to change my number.
So I asked Q, I said, I was trying to think of who he really likes. And say somebody like Bill Murray. If Bill Murray accidentally puts up his phone number, does it occur to you
to harass him?
To text or call him? Yeah.
No fucking way.
And why would someone?
And I hate everybody. I'm just going to flat out say it. Everybody that bothered me, that just went on to do it, I know why you did it, but I hate your guts.
Did you listen to any of the texts? Read any of the texts?
I went through all the texts, listened to all the voicemail. Well, because then I was just like, how could I turn this into something funny? But
you got some good ones?
Nobody's got any fucking imagination. I have one good one. One good one.
It's from Get 'em.
I wish. Get 'em already had my number. And I'll show you. I took a screen cap. You tell me if you could tell which is the tweet the text that I liked.
Okay.
I get it's a dick move on my part. I put my number out there. I invited this.
It's not a dick move. It's just you made a mistake. You forgot to double check what you were sending out.
But whatever. Shame on me.
So now you and Cornswoggle.
Did you find it?
There's two that I'm wrestling.
It's the one I gotta just read the one that you think it is.
I think it's either Hey Brain or You Should Probably Get New Friends.
No, that's not it. The Snowflake one.
Snowflake? Where did I gonna stretch you? Oh, I didn't even say gonna stretch you real good, Snowflake.
Somebody just sent the text that says gonna stretch you real good, Snowflake. And I was like, that's pretty ominous and pretty fucking funny. That made me laugh. The rest of them was like,
how much does it cost you now to have to get a new number?
It was $15, but it cost me $45 because as soon as I changed my number, fucking Joe Gatto put my new number on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then I changed it a second time, and Sal put that fucking new number on Twitter. So fucking assholes.
Wow. So how long is the process to change a number?
It's pretty quick. It's very quick. But in the end, though, it ended up taking me about an hour on the phone with T-Mobile to get this all sorted out. And
now, like looking back, you can laugh at it at the time when Joe and Sal were doing it, where you're like, you fucking assholes.
I think they did the right thing.
Yeah.
I did tell them, if you do it another time, I'm putting your numbers on. And that ended it. I said, I get what you're doing. I said, I think it's funny. You've done it the perfect amount of times, and they recorded the whole fucking thing, so it's going to be on TV somewhere.
You need Impractical Joker insurance.
I just told them, I said, you do it one more time and I'm putting your number on Twitter and we're all going to play this game, and then that stopped it. So that's it. But if you did...
I can't imagine doing that to you and you thinking it's funny. You'd be so mad at me.
Right. Well, it was, So, but there was a moment where I was like, I was of two minds of it, Walt, and you talk me through this. One, everybody that called and texted me, I get it. Like, fun and games, shenanigans, and blah, blah. The other part of it was... I mean, clearly I made a mistake and then took it down. Like, why?
Well, also,
that's my personal number.
I don't know if you would have been. I think you may have been even upset if nobody contacted you. You'd be like, "Oh, nobody cares about me." I just don't think you'd ever would have been happy.
I had that number 10 years. I would have liked to have kept that number. Yeah, I had it so long. I would have liked to keep it.
It wasn't like it was that Jenny number. I mean,
8675309.
No, but it was just like old friends have it. People that I can't even think to contact to let them know that I changed my number. You know what I mean?
Oh, all right.
Family, all these things. Like I really had to.
That's significant, then. Yeah.
So I lost it.
Family you haven't spoken to in 10 years. I might want to get in touch with you now.
But it is good though. Like it definitely the people that you quote unquote forget to apprise of your new number.
That's just what I told Stacey. I was like, I've culled so many people out of my life right now that I'll never talk to again because of it. Yeah, it feels pretty good. But there was a part of me, Walt, that and even I think maybe I don't deserve to, since it was my mistake. But everybody that called me, I was just like, what the fuck is going on in your life that like you would call? And
I would think though that people calling you were like, they probably thought it was an impractical joke, that they were on some sort of massive like internet joke or something.
Maybe.
I mean, you are on a TV show about jokes.
I know.
So, I mean, I would think that they thought it was some sort of massive.
And especially since it was put on 2 more times.
Well, the 2 more times I don't mind. Like that I get. Then you're in a joke.
And did people call that number?
Yeah, that did. But that I thought was funny. Like that I get. Like then you're in on the joke. But for me to just accidentally put my number on and then just for over 1,000 people to pick up the phone and call it and 880 something texts to be sent. Like to me, I'm just like.
If you had gotten 0,
I would have been so happy.
You would have been.
I would have been so happy.
That's not what.
But I don't even get the logic of suggesting otherwise.
The peanut galleries went in, and you would have been devastated.
Disagrees.
If no one paid attention.
I guarantee you, I would have much preferred it.
It's fucking over.
No, I'm telling you.
I was somebody.
I don't even need a fucking phone number anymore. What's the use? I was somebody.
The gravy twins.
I used to be Twain.
Just quench.
Especially on this show, pride ourselves on honesty and being I'm telling you, no, I would have loved it if nobody.
You wouldn't have thought to yourself.
I would have thought
in your lying there in bed as just before you hit Slumberland. Is that weird that nobody called me? Nobody.
Dude, I would have been like, I get to keep my number. This is awesome.
Even like Carrot Top would have got a phone call or something. You wouldn't have thought that.
Or Carrot Top's like, really?
He's like, I'm a working comic.
But like, you wouldn't have thought that. I don't believe that for a second that you wouldn't have.
It never even occurred
why nobody thought enough to call you.
It never even occurred to me. What you're saying right now it never even occurred to me.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like even if I put my number on, like how quickly. So it was on the whole time you were on the plane.
No, I wasn't on a plane.
So you put it up.
How quickly did it come
How quickly
down?
did you realize?
I'm telling you, that's saying within 10 seconds of it being on, I started to get that thing where your phone's just going ding, 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 ding.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You were comparing it to when you get off a flight. You weren't actually getting off a flight.
I wasn't getting off. They were coming in. The texts and the phone calls were coming in so fast and furious that I couldn't get my phone to dial T-Mobile. Anytime I hit.
Well, you know what, Q? One day that phone isn't going to ring.
I don't care.
And then it's not going to ring.
I don't give a fuck. Listen to me.
Right now, you should appreciate it fucking ringing off the charts.
No, I don't appreciate it.
The day will come where you can't even get Hornswoggle on the line.
I was so annoyed.
I don't know. I feel like if I put my number up, not one person, even me, not one person tried it or texted it and was like, "Is this really you?" or anything. I would think it was weird. I mean, I wouldn't hang myself or anything, but I would think it was strange that no one at all.
No, not me. I don't think that way.
So
what happened with Cornswoggle?
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna try and get me tickets to.
Did you actually meet with him and hang out?
No. Well, the next time they're in town, I will.
He's on tour.
Yeah, they do the show in every town. Walt, it was an experience. So my phone number's gone. R.I.P.
The wrestling thing.
Yeah.
You're still into that hardcore, huh?
Not hardcore, but I do enjoy it.
Keep up with it, though.
I do.
Who's the champion right now?
That I don't know. Oh, wait, do I know?
Then you don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Wait, I do know. Brock Lesnar? Brock Lesnar.
Do you know Hornswoggle's signature move?
No, I don't.
The tadpole splash.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he's doing all right. Yeah, I like it. It's fun. I get a kick out of it.
It's a strange world.
The strange things about it are the things I celebrate. Like I like all the cheesy overacting and the crazy storylines and all that shit.
Well, that's the expectation these days.
That's
right?
what I want it to be. It's exactly what I want it to be. Yeah.
Like they used to do it, but it wasn't tongue in cheek. They were trying to pretend it was real.
Right.
Now they've totally given over to it, and they're like, "Fuck it, let's embrace it.
Let's have fun.
We can go even more over the top and not have to really worry about it."
It's great. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's like it's very similar to comic books in it. You know what I mean? Yeah. In how it's done. And let me tell you something. Some of these guys are legit entertainers.
Oh yeah.
Like some of them suck, but some of them they grab that mic and they start screaming in it, and you're like, holy shit, this guy's funny. Mm-hmm. It just makes you laugh. So it's good.
I can't believe the size of I watched Pain and Gain. No, he's not even in his prime. I would say The Rock.
The Rock.
Did you see it? Pain and Gain.
I did not. That's Michael Bay's.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, Is it possible to have that physique without steroids?
He works out a lot, I believe.
He's massive and chiseled like fucking crazy too.
How was your Thanksgiving, Q?
It was
Get your apple
standard.
jacked?
I got my apple. I kept the ants updated with it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I put a picture of the apple up, and I said I got the apple. It is. This is why I love the ants. Like,
That's definitely a piece of shit. That's not an apple.
leading up to Thanksgiving, they are like, I hope you get the apple this year. You know what I mean? And they remember jokes from that long ago. Hashtag Japple.
Apple.
Yeah. So it really made kind of
Expensive, isn't it?
to who? Not to me.
Yeah, who's mad about it? Okay, here's a picture of The Rock. Now this is right around Pain and Gain.
What's Pain and Gain?
It's a movie about
I mean, holy shit. He is flexing.
It was based on a true story about these guys who kidnapped a really rich guy and basically like lived in his house, spent all his money. They kept him in this like factory, like this abandoned warehouse or something, and they got him to sign over all sorts of property by using a crooked public notary. Mm-hmm. And so they were driving his cars. They spent all his money. They were taking his boats out, living in his houses, all that kind of shit. And then I think they attempted to do it to someone else, and they got caught. It's a pretty interesting story. The movie is like based on the true story. Yeah.
When did it come out?
Is it good?
About 2 years. Yeah, it's worth a watch.
Yeah,
I'd
Michael
say.
Bay, Transformers Michael Bay?
Transformers Michael Bay. Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Story like at that
The movie is gorgeous. I mean, it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, it's down in Miami, but yeah, I mean, it's not fantastic. It's not like I put it even in my top 50, but like it's worth a watch if it's like on
top
cable or
50
something.
Of all time? You might.
I wouldn't.
There's a chance you.
No, I would. No.
Top 100.
No, probably not. No, I'm sure I could think of 99 movies I like more. 99 movies Pain Gain ain't one. But it was, and Mark's huge too.
Yeah.
In that movie. Well, fucking buff motherfuckers.
Jesus.
I think you guys got to start. If we started hanging out with buff guys like that, it would probably motivate everybody to become buff.
I don't know anybody who's buff. Except for Hornswoggle.
He's in shape, that guy.
Yeah, he looks it.
What did you do for Thanksgiving, Brian?
I went to Pam's house for a couple hours and then went home.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah. What did I do
nice?
once I got up there? It was all right. It was fine. I mean,
uneventful is nice, right?
No punches were thrown.
No arguments, just nice, right?
Yeah, no arguments. The arguments have calmed down considerably.
Everybody's getting older.
Yeah, nobody has it in them anymore.
When you get up to a certain age, right?
Yeah.
You got to pick your spots.
Yeah. The hills to die on are becoming less and less. Closer and closer. I pretty much just played with Sage and did the same shit I would do, at my own house, but it was fine. What about you? Did you throw Thanksgiving?
Yep. Thanksgiving was at my house. I had a rather large party come over.
Really?
Family, yeah. Had a pig attend.
Whoa!
A real life pig.
Like a teacup pig? Or
Troy?
Would that offend him?
Troy? No,
nothing would
offend Troy. You know how fucking hard it is to offend Troy?
But I know, but like if somebody
came up to him in the street and said,
"Hey, pig," would he be mad about that?
I don't think so. I don't think so either.
It's such a throwback.
The cops get offended by, if I smell bacon, does that piss them off?
I mean, having dabbled in the civil service arena, I would have to say no.
I think it's about as played out and cliche as like, oh, why don't you go get a donut or something? Right. It's just like it's not even offensive anymore.
No. People like Troy's appearance, huh? I got a lot of good
people
feedback.
Like Troy's appearance. I heard that he sounded basically like either B. Arthur or Al from Al's Diner in Happy Days. Al Molinaro or something.
Wow,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, they said he had the gravelly voice of an old lady smoker.
Okay. Does he smoke?
No, he used to. He gave it up though. And but no, people responded well. They liked him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think so. I think that if somebody came up and unless they were like threatening, like in a threatening manner, like, yo, I smell bacon, and like reaching for like the back of their jeans or something, then he'd probably be upset. But like if somebody yelled it from across the street, I don't think he would give a fuck. He's a pretty laid back guy.
Yeah. He texted me. He was giving me the rundown. He was at Walmart on Black Friday.
Oh my God.
And he was like, give me the rundown.
He's like, I literally got run down.
Yeah.
Oh, he was stationed at Walmart?
No, he went to Walmart on Black Friday. And then,
Really?
Yeah, and he's giving me all these rundowns, and he's telling me all this crazy shit that's going on. And then
why does he need to get?
Then finally,
deal?
I just texted back. I was like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck are you doing at Target on Black Friday?
Why does he need to get a deal?
What is he?
He goes, dude. He goes, I have fucking 3 kids and a wife, bro. He goes, I need all the help I can get.
He's full of shit. I mean, he has a wife and 3 kids, but I don't buy that's the reason.
That's what he said. Why else would you go to Target?
What was that?
He's like, I'm on relief.
I don't know. You want me to ask him?
I would, before the episode's end. All
right, I'll text
What
him
would
right
get
now.
him out to Walmart, taking his life?
What deal did he spot?
Yeah, that he had to get there.
I don't know. Let me get to the bottom of this.
What about Black Friday? Did you do anything for Black Friday, Brian?
No, I did not. Oh no, I actually did. I stayed at home by myself, which was glorious. Like no company, just me, because I very rarely get that. So to me, that was a big deal.
That's how you spent Black
from
Friday?
like 11 in the morning until like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5, something like that.
That's like Amish fucking living. I mean, come on Black Friday, you're not out.
Wrestling with Troy over a fucking frying pan for $4.99.
But really, though, that's not how an American spends Black Friday. Just sitting at home.
You went out shopping?
Did you?
I was here. I was out on the front lines.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the
front lines. You worked, right? Black Friday.
I took my kids wanted to experience Black Friday at the height of the height at midnight.
Right.
So you brought them to the stash.
So we went to Target at midnight. My wife.
You were just laughing at Troy.
I know, but I only took them because my kids wanted to go.
You're a fucking awesome dad. That's like a fun dad thing to do.
But I said, actually, I took them at 1. I said, go to bed, and I said, I'll wake you up around 1 o'clock, and we'll go. And I said, so I knocked on the door with my wife, and she goes, I'm not going. She goes, I'm too tired. So I knocked on their door, and I go, Mom doesn't want to go. You still want to go? And they're like, yeah, let's go.
That's cool. Awesome.
Okay, this is what we fucking wait like when it was all said and done. Lip balm was the only thing we walked out of there with.
Really?
And was it discounted or?
No. That's what we trudged out there. It was cold. It was actually very crowded, and I was.
It was crowded at 1 in the morning.
And I said, you can just buy whatever you want. I said, just pick up something. I said, we're here, and one came back and said, I can't find anything. The other one was like, I just want lip balm. I was just like, this was a waste.
Well, the idea was that you wanted to see people in their most primal fucking state.
Yeah, you wanted to see shit going down.
Yeah, we didn't see any fights or anything.
Right.
Like nobody knocked indoors or anything like that.
No, but it was busy, man. I mean, I'll tell you what it is, though. It's one of those distractions that I think a lot of people in America need. Like just go out and shop in the middle of the night. It's different, and it makes you like fuck it. I can spend this money I really don't have.
Yeah. That's a good plan.
I mean, it's not a great plan,
with a corporation who's so lax with security.
One night out of the year.
Yeah.
You need to just be like, you know what?
It's like The Purge, that movie,
really
The Purge.
Strange. I'm going to be out in a Target at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to buy this TV that I really don't need. And I'm going to make myself feel good.
That's what Americans need.
Till the Visa bill comes in January.
Okay, so that's your idea of like, I know what I'm going to do that's weird and out there. And then you have my story of like, so I found this girl who's a heroin addict.
I think one is safer than the other, though.
I don't know, man. I've seen some of these stampedes.
Troy just got back to me.
What was the item he had to get that he couldn't
Games,
Lip
toys,
balm.
tablet, and a TV. So he made a dent.
He may have saved a substantial amount of money when you're factoring he had to buy all that stuff.
God,
Was a lip balm.
I would have done anything if it was just lip balm.
But I'll tell you, I had a pig come over, an actual real life.
Oh, that's
pig.
right. Now, a regular sized pig or one of those teacup pigs?
No, it's not a teacup. It's like a 200+ pound.
It's like a hog. It was
Yeah.
me.
Really?
My brother-in-law lives on a farm in Pennsylvania, and he couldn't get a babysitter for the pig.
Okay.
And
is it like a pink pig, like a classic pig?
It's
or? Okay, that's
And,
cute.
Like a potbelly, right?
No, it's
or
huge.
Vietnamese.
It's huge. And do you want to know? He told me that the what's it called? The when something's on top,
The hierarchy.
the hierarchy of intelligence.
Pigs are the
humans?
smartest.
Pigs are up there. Yeah,
They're up there. It's humans, dolphins, monkeys, pig.
yeah. I've heard pigs are really intelligent.
He said it cries, tears, not like not how a dog whines. No, a pig cries,
Oh, no.
tears, real tears. Tear ducts flow.
Well, there goes
when he
bacon.
leaves.
I'm fucking looking this up. If pigs cry, there's no fucking way I'm touching another piece of
That's why
bacon. as long as I
Rich
live.
should have renamed that song.
When pigs cry.
Yeah, it would have been more significant. Not as eloquent, probably, but it would have been more accurate though. But he said that when he says he's leaving, and he's like, I'm only going I have to run to the store.
Right.
He said that he spends an insane amount. He's raising the pig. The pig thinks that's his mother or
Oh,
father.
I like that.
But when he leaves,
He's not going to eat it, is he?
No, he's never going to eat it. No, it's like his.
It's his pet.
It's like it's his child.
Like he slaughtered it right in front of the kids. Like, cut its throat.
Just a spray of blood goes
Can
over
you
them.
imagine though leaving your house and your cat started to cry tears? Can you imagine that kind of emotional toll it would take on you?
I don't even care when Suzanne cries tears. I can't imagine giving a fuck about a pig.
I heard that, and the whole Thanksgiving dinner just stopped when he said that the pig will cry tears. He made him the point, not no,
That's like
tears
weeping.
just flow down his cheeks.
I mean, is it being a fucking pussy about it? Because if now,
pig?
yeah. Like, I leave the house, the pig starts crying. Like, all right, buck up, fag. Like, what are you doing?
I don't think they're that smart though. That they're just letting true emotions out, real emotions.
Oh, so it's just sad to see you go and it can't stop itself.
Yes.
It says here, now this was answered 7 years ago. I worked in a slaughterhouse for a couple of years and pigs do not cry. They will actually dine on one another, sometimes en route from the farm to the slaughterhouse. Although smart compared to other animals, they are far from human. Well, no shit.
Not like I said. He said it was humans, dolphins, monkeys, pig.
Right.
I've heard they're smarter than dogs. That I've heard.
I didn't see much out of the pig though for the 5 hours he was
I
there.
was probably nervous, man.
Wouldn't pay attention to anything really.
He wasn't.
Maybe he had a dud pig.
He wasn't playing with. He didn't play with your dogs. He didn't like them.
We were afraid to have the dogs interact. Although initially I thought it was going. That was the only thing I was looking forward to. My older dog was real skittish that morning with so many people there. I didn't think to throw in a foreign creature that she's never saw before.
Just like locking a room with a pig.
Yeah, I didn't think it was. I didn't want to.
Well, the pig's not allowed in the house, obviously, so it's out back.
No. The pig is housebroken.
Uh,
The pig sleeps with its owner.
You married into this family, huh?
The pig sleep on the bed.
The pig sleeps on the bed. He said he doesn't need heat in the winter
Really?
because the pig generates that much body heat. They watch TV. When he watches TV,
Does he have a wife, this guy?
no.
Okay.
Is it the younger brother-in-law or
The
older?
older brother.
Now everything makes sense. Yeah.
But he says the pig loves to watch SpongeBob, and he feels the pig is more energetic and happier watching SpongeBob. When he puts a scary movie on, the pig reacts to what it's watching on TV. And won't want to watch.
It laughs and shit.
I was fascinated by all this pig talk. I mean, if I didn't have 2 dogs, I might have to get a pig because
Wow.
I mean, that's amazing, though.
What does he feed the pig? Like what does he eat?
It's not a garbage disposal like you would think. Like here, let's just throw an apple core at it. You know, that's all we
Right.
have to do.
After your chapel.
No.
If you and the pig were at my Thanksgiving dinner, I would have to give the pig
The apple?
the apple.
Oh, come on, man. You're going to see me cry.
How often we get to dine with a pig?
Yeah, not that often, I guess. Oh, pig.
But no,
We
he
can't
said
even
that-
split it?
He said that he gives it
I got to lose my
a
pig.
certain feed. Yes,
Pig feed.
Yeah, a certain feed he has to
Oh.
give it.
I know we're laughing because it's a pig, but
Right.
I get it.
Right.
I have a my cats sleep on the bed every night.
I mean,
Yeah.
I sleep with the dogs.
Right.
I mean, it's and especially if it's the hierarchy. You know, look how close it is.
Sure.
I mean, why not?
Why
Especially weight-wise for me. Generating heat and shit. You know how much we save on heat because I'm a fat slob? It says video footage of pigs on the way into slaughterhouses show them responding in fear to the screams of other pigs they hear, and they often see others killed right in front of them. Now, I know that like sometimes people need. This article is so long. I'm trying to find out if they cry or not.
I'm telling you. Why? You think he's lying to you?
I'm going to go ahead and say,
it's a
okay,
fact.
all right. I think that you have to have something psychologically wrong with you to be able to work in a slaughterhouse.
I 100%
Without a
agree.
doubt.
Yeah.
You have to either be like either super cold and be able to detach yourself from what you're witnessing, or you're fucked up. I know there might be some people here listening who may be working right now.
I'm sure they're like,
He
look,
goes by the name MeUndies.
He works in a slaughterhouse.
I had a Thanksgiving pig. No. No. He's like an IT guy. He does computer stuff.
But yeah, I would have to say that like an 8-hour day of just killing a living creature would have to be
The screams, the blood, the smell, the fucking like you've seen like videos of like cows trying to run away.
Yeah.
It's
well, that's what. Remember, I went vegetarian for that year
Yeah.
because I made the mistake of watching one of those slaughterhouse videos. And even today, the amount of meat I consume is probably down 75% from what I normally did.
I thankfully don't eat pork,
Yeah.
so
There's nothing you like
eat
pork-wise,
poultry,
huh?
though. I
Yeah.
eat poultry.
yeah.
They don't have a good time either, man.
No, I don't think anything has a good time.
No,
making
getting
its way
slaughtered.
to our dinner table. I don't think it's a nice, easy trip.
Yeah, like every once in a while you'll hear about somebody who like they have video footage of somebody like throwing chickens against the wall or something, you know.
That's just somebody who's like fucked up. That's not really the way that they're trained.
No, that's not how they're supposed. Yeah, that's
like a fucked
that's
up
somebody
asshole.
who's already fucked up. Like they're like, hey, I'll work at a slaughterhouse, and on top of it, I'll torture them to death.
Well, do you know how like when you work a retail job, Walt, and like I don't think you have the temperament for this. I would wager that you don't. But
I've worked at Sears though.
Sure.
So I
and like
get-
after a while, when I worked at Blockbuster and people would come in, I'd be like, fuck you. Like I would look at them as I would start to hate people
Like they were
after a while.
pigs.
Yeah, like I would just be like, oh my god, we
you,
don't have Pulp Fiction. Go the fuck away. Like I have a bad temperament for that. So I wonder if working in the slaughterhouse and seeing those chickens all day, that after a while that guy's like, oh fuck these fucking chickens, and slam against the wall.
But they never do anything to you. Like
If
people
you
come
slam
in.
VH tapes against the fucking wall.
Yeah.
You know, okay. I mean, you can live with that.
Oh, you don't have to convince me. I think whoever slammed the chicken against the wall should be fucking shot. That's fucked up. I don't know.
Bruce Stern, very respected actor, avoids eating anything with tear ducts. His soft spot for the animals, the critters, in his words, extends to his eating habits. He said, I will try not to eat anything that has tear
Is
ducts.
there a lot of things that don't have tear ducts?
I don't think fish do. Like, does fish
mean,
It'd be hard
doesn't
to cry in the
Several of my ex-girlfriends, he could eat them.
There's a,
I'm in a bad place, Walt. I'm going.
Sounds like it.
I'm not having a good time lately.
let me see if it's still available.
It's been a rough few. It's been a rough few days for old BQ.
Yeah, you said you were going to
I got the fucking anger.
get into it.
You have a lot of anger issues.
lately. Yeah, man.
Unsubstantiated, or do you feel that they are? You have reasons to be.
I think that honestly, what it is like I just have some sort of fucked up chemical imbalance, and that just makes my reaction to normal things out of control. I think that's what's going on.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
Do you think that men suffer from anger issues more than females? Is this a male thing?
No.
Okay.
I think so.
I haven't seen.
I mean, I refer you once again to my ex-girlfriends. Like, no, I don't know. I know it's something that I deal with in my, like, some days, and it's been a while since I've gone through something like this, but I'll wake up angry. Has that ever happened to you, Walt? Where you wake up and you're just
Well, I'm
fucking
going to let you talk,
angry.
and then I do have something I want to throw off. You guys both have experience with therapy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was there this morning, and I was sitting there talking to my therapist, being like, "What the fuck am I even coming here for?"
I should be there right now.
I'm going to throw something out at you guys, and I want you guys to tell me. I don't know if you guys talk. Well, let me hear the. Before.
No, I don't. Mine's just.
And you don't, but you don't feel angry, but you don't even know what you can pinpoint it at.
Right. What you do with the feeling is like wake up. Angry.
Before we get into this, because this is going to be deep, I've recommended this book in the past, and I would recommend it again. It's called When Elephants Weep: The Emotional Lives of Animals.
Yeah. Is that going to depress?
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah,
it's fucking heartbreaking, but it's an eye-opening book if you want.
When Elephants Weep. Yeah,
When Elephants Weep: The Emotional Lives of Animals.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's pretty. There's some pretty sad stuff in there.
It's a bummer.
But if you wanna, I don't know, figure out ways to be nicer to animals and shit, I don't know. But anyway, okay. So you wake up angry.
I go through stages where I wake up and I'm angry for no reason.
You're just not like, I'm fucking tired.
No, it's like a rage.
I wish I could get an extra hour's sleep.
No, it's like just an anger, and then it's just the day becomes.
Should have stayed up and watched that movie last night.
No, I wish it was that, dude, because then I would just know that
you're
sleep
not just cranky.
Yeah, it's not like I didn't get enough sleep last night. Everybody's gonna pay. No, it's like
everybody's gonna
pay. It's not. It's just
goes deeper than that.
It's a bone deep anger, and then it just becomes this thing of like, where's my outlet? What am I gonna get? Like, what am I gonna direct this?
What am I gonna blow up on?
Yeah,
and just looking for it.
And then it becomes this battle because as you get older and you get more involved and stuff, you're like, all right, I know.
And you realize how ridiculous you look.
I'm the problem. Yeah. Like, the world isn't the problem. I'm the problem. Like, this is coming from within, and then the challenge is to not fucking snap at people, and the challenge is to not take it out on people. And I will say I've gotten way better over the years at not doing that. But I mean, fuck, you've seen it.
Yeah,
you've seen it 100 times. Like, it's just something happens. I'll be in a bar, and that's like when I was younger, and these when I would get into like these fights and stuff like that. Like
beer muscles.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't think it is beer muscles.
I don't think so either.
It's that rage that builds up in me. Then you add the beer, and then that control that I've managed to do is gone. And then it's like, I'm looking for something. Wait, what'd you say? You know what I mean?
You got a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah. And I've been dealing with that for a couple of weeks now.
Don't go into bars.
No, I haven't. I rarely drink anymore, truth be told, but it's like today at work, it's like, it's a struggle because we're making a comedy. It's just like, it's a struggle not to be a cunt. It's a struggle not to snap at the, you know what I mean? Like I'm good at it. Like, I just keep it tight.
Does everybody know this on the set too?
No, I think people could just tell when
hey, sleepyhead.
Hey. Oh, you didn't get your doctor recommended 8 hours last night? No, I think the crew has gotten good at knowing when to, not like, we shouldn't go near him, but like normally I'm like more outgoing. But if the day is that like today, I'm just sitting there on my phone playing games and like people know not to bother me.
You're one of those guys though that everybody wants to go up to though. You do know that, right? You're one of those guys that you go in a room.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to gravitate towards you, so that's like a weird thing. See, I'm a type of guy. I walk in a room, nobody even knows,
right,
or cares.
Well, I do.
Come on.
Wait a second.
Yeah, I don't know that I agree with that.
Oh, come on.
I mean, that's never been my experience with you.
But I'm saying, so it's weird then, then you throw in, if you keep blowing up on people, you might lose that then.
Yeah, but I don't care. I can't wait to lose it. But I don't blow up on people anymore. Like, it's all internalized. So I get this. It's just
What
like.
does your therapist say?
Well,
Does she agree that it's chemical?
She thinks it's chemical, and she thinks like everything relates to. With her, it's everything relates to childhood and shit that happened to you as a child, and there was feelings of persecution as a child. There were feeling of these things that never got resolved. What they are, because I don't like delving into my childhood, so I don't do that.
You don't agree, though?
It's not that I don't agree. I'm sure there is, but it's just like
you're a skeptic a little bit?
No, she's probably right, but it's like I just don't want to talk about my childhood and how shitty it was because it wasn't shitty. Like
Right.
it was
doesn't
a good
necessarily
childhood.
mean it doesn't necessarily mean that it's shitty though. It's just the way your parents handled certain things, the way your parents talked to you, or treated you, in those very early formative stages. Like it means a lot, and it doesn't mean that just because your dad wasn't an asshole to you. Like let's say he was very standoffish. Like I had a very standoffish father. Like, I find that I'm the same way, like, when I get older, not with Sage, but with other people. That's just, what's that?
An example.
An example of what? Being standoffish?
Yeah.
I'm not very social. Like, if we go to, I'm not standoffish with you guys. But if I don't,
I need an example. Then who are you
like? Let's say we have a crew party or something for Comic Book Man. Let's say we had a big crew party. Like I would gravitate towards.
That's not important, though.
But what is important?
The people who are in your life every day. The fucking crew.
Oh, who am I standoffish to in real life? I hardly interact with.
People are have to be more priority than the fucking crew who you see with that one crew party once every 4 years or whatever.
Well, yeah, but he's saying people you work with every day. Like given the opportunity.
That's the lip balm we bought at Target.
Oh, you got Burt's Bees?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Burt's
watched
Bees
a
is
fucking
good.
documentary about
is that
this.
good? I saw it. It's on Netflix,
Oh,
right?
dude, it's weird.
I heard he's weird because I met someone that works for the company, and they're like, he's a fucking odd duck, that guy.
He's a weird guy, and he got fucked out of a lot of money because of a woman.
Really?
A lot, hundreds of millions.
So you feel you're standoffish because of your anger too?
No, not because I'm angry. It's just part of my personality. I'm not very.
Comes from your dad's relationship?
I think it could. See, but my mother's the complete opposite. Like, my mother's a fucking extrovert to the point that, like, it was, it like limited you as a kid. Like, I couldn't go places because if there weren't other people around, she has to have someone around her all the time, otherwise she can't deal with it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I was just like, and you're unwilling though to talk about your childhood, about what she's not trying to find. Is she trying to find that one incident that maybe you're?
Well, what she thinks is, well, I mean, I've been seeing her for 7 years, so we've touched on it. But she seems to think, because my older brother, you wouldn't know it by looking at him now, but like he went through a period where he was severely bullied, like in my neighborhood, and I never really was.
Your older brother,
my older brother,
yeah,
and. She seems to think like there was this thing of seeing my older brother catch hell, and then I would put myself in this position where I would defend him, my older brother, where I would the only way I knew how, go code red. Like I saw somebody like starting shit with my brother, I would just run up and just fucking start punching him and shit like that. And she seems to think that period of like, everything's wrong because one, I'm sticking up for my older brother, and that's not how things are supposed to do. Then your older brother, watching him get picked on, switches something in there where you just feel unsafe,
emasculates him.
Yeah, and then feeling the only way that I could do it is to just snap right into this code red situation and do it. She's like, these are the formula of the years. She's like, these are how you've learned to deal with issues.
Did she call it a code red?
No, I don't think so.
You came up with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we had this conversation like 4 years ago, so I'm just paraphrasing the whole thing. But that always stuck with me is like, she's like, that's why you respond certain ways to certain things, because you just feel like the only way sometimes to handle them is to just like go right to code red. So that could be manifest in a way of just like now if something's bothering me, that rage comes from that. Like, all right, like the phone number thing where it's just like, I shouldn't get upset. Like I should, and I did laugh it off and it was funny and I get it. It's a goof, but it's just like the parts of it that I don't like put me in a place where I'm just like, fuck it. Fuck this shit. Why the fuck did this happen? Fucking, I
Do you get mad at yourself? Like, cause I find, like, I get mad at myself. I'm like, I'm so fucking stupid. Why am I so fucking stupid?
I do that.
Over very little things.
I do, but like I always said, like how everybody that texted me and called, I fucking hate them a little bit. There's no reason for me to hate them a little bit at all. Of course they're going to. What the fuck else would you expect people to do? Like, you know what I mean?
Well.
But, right, not call. I get that, but it's just like, it's not unreasonable that they would. No. It's just sort of dicky that they did. It's not worth me being like, oh, I fucking hate these fucking people. I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, but it's just like the only way I know how to express my frustration about it is to sit there and be like, oh, fuck these fucking, you know what I mean? It's
and
like,
what does your therapist think is the course to take to not feel this way?
she
throw some chickens against the wall.
Yeah, slam
get a job at a slaughterhouse.
like punch a pig till it cries. She's all about being aware, and she's like everything's like a learning opportunity. Like
so,
she's like
if you so she theorizes if you know what's causing this, you won't feel that way anymore.
Well, it gets better. It has. Like I said, over the past few years, it's been easier for me to. Her plan. I don't know if there's a way to eliminate it.
How many year plan is this? You're already 4 years into it, right?
Oh God, I've known her for about 7 years, but
you failed. Is what you're? Is that what you're getting at?
I haven't been going to the whole time, but other issues come up, Walt, to be dealt with.
It's like tell him, Steve Dave. It's like you start to talk about one thing and it goes in a direction.
And you only have fucking 40 minutes once a week, so it's like, you know what I mean?
She won't take you longer than that?
She would, but it's just like, I also don't have the time. Oh no, the sessions are only 40. She does. This woman's great. There have been times where she's seen me.
You've often spoken highly of her.
Oh, she's great.
She doesn't think that you can be with someone too long?
I don't think so.
Be with a therapist for too long?
I mean, there was a time I didn't see her for like 3 years. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like.
But there are people who have been with the same therapist for decades.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, decades.
I don't think it's something that just gets fixed.
No? Like, there's no point where, like, I don't need you no more?
I fucking not for me.
Really?
I had a nickel for every time I heard that.
Why refer you again to my ex-girlfriends?
I would think that, like, you're trying to get to a certain spot where you don't need her to sound off on, I guess, or to.
But then who's going to listen to this shit? Because at the end of the day, it's also someone, Walt, that it's just like being who I am and the type of person I am, that it's just like there's still a part of me that day where I'm just like, you whiny cunt. Like, just shut the fuck up and deal with it. You know what I mean? It's just like, and honestly, it's just like, who wants to hear it? You guys don't want to hear it. Like, you want to sit.
You're telling us right now.
What's that?
You're telling us right now.
Yeah, but it's on the show, and even though I forgot the mic was in front of me again, and it's just like, you believe me, Walt, the last thing you want is to me text you every time I have a fucking problem and be like, you know what I mean? It's just like, I have to pay someone to do that.
Yes.
And it's sometimes I don't.
How much? I mean, well, you know, let's talk. I mean, how much does she get?
You got your Black Friday prices going on.
but even coming out here tonight, right? Like, Stacy said she was going to come tonight.
Right.
And then I canceled on her. And eventually she was like, just fucking pick me up, asshole. Because I was like, I don't want you to see me like this. Like, when
you were in a bad spot today?
Oh, when she got in the car, I was punching the fucking dashboard.
Like a pig.
Yeah, I was like, wee.
You're that upset? But you're that mad about something? About the phone?
No, not about the phone,
or
dude.
Just about
that's what I'm talking about. It's in there already. It's just what's the target going to be, and I didn't want to pick my friend up because like I don't want her to like be, but you know, I did. How do you feel? Thumbs up. All right.
So
she's like, I don't think I have a concussion.
Do you feel any better?
I feel better when I walk in here and I see you guys and we sit down and do this. I do. Yeah, I feel a lot better.
Maybe you should try to do it more then.
You always feel better walking away or getting here, and
we don't have
it feels like a safe place.
But we could build up a whole bunch.
We could call it the therapy sessions at the end of the year. Sell that around Christmas too.
Yeah, Merry fucking Christmas.
Here you go. Here's my fucking diarrhea, some fucking non-problems on you.
I have a problem. Not a problem. It's certainly not a problem. But it's a little bit concerning. of a reoccurring, and I don't know, are dreams important to a therapist, or is that over? Or is that just over?
No, I think they're very important to therapy.
A reoccurring. I don't know if I can say it though. But it's kind of humiliating.
I'll see that and raise you by fucking 5 humiliating dreams a night. I wake up screaming every single night.
Still with the night terrors, huh?
Yeah, constantly.
I'm sure whatever. Never hurt. It didn't help, huh?
Nope.
Do you have any Ambien on you?
I do. Why one? You need some?
Let's talk about it off mic. Yeah. Let's talk about it off mic.
I've been having the same dream over and over. I don't know if anybody's. All right, so I'm in the store. Mike's here. It's a normal day.
So it's a nightmare.
And so I say to Mike, I go, I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Now, if you've seen the Comic Book Man, you notice that the counter that we do Comic Book Man is not the counter we do real business at.
Right.
It's a counter we do for filming. It gives us more room.
You have a showbiz counter.
Yeah, we have a counter that is used just for filming, and when we're not filming, the counter just is kind of like, it just houses some boxes. We put some displays on the counter. We don't really use it. So in this dream, sometimes it's behind the fake counter. Sometimes it's by Buddy Christ. Sometimes it's right over there where some of the racks are. There's a toilet standing there. There's just a toilet with no doors.
So it's like a prison?
Yeah.
Like a jail cell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a functional toilet?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I start going to the bathroom there.
Like you're pissing? Or number 2?
No.
Number 2, huh?
I'm there for a while. I got a magazine.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to bring a magazine.
Okay.
And customers come in, and they just start coming up to me, and they're like, oh, and they want to shake my hand. And they want me to draw on their book.
I mean, this is so obvious what this is.
And I don't want to stand up because I'm in an awkward position.
Right.
I feel like, and they're like, oh, can I get a picture? And I have to stand up.
Oh my God. That's horrible.
You're like, you want to see my bird's nest?
It's a shitty ass behind them.
It's awful. And it's absolutely, and I've had it so many times the last couple weeks.
It's about a lack of privacy.
It's an invasion of privacy. Yeah. That's what I would have said too.
You're here.
Like it's one
on
of
the front lines.
It's an awful dream, and I seem to have it nightly. It feels like, and it's like and the most horrible one is where I allow myself to not wake up, and I say, "Hold on, let me just take care of business right in front of everybody."
Oh my God! Look at Stacy's face.
I mean,
you're just locking eyes with them, dropping a shit into a toilet.
No, it's all about it's cleaning up before I take the picture.
Okay,
right in front of everybody.
Oh, that's awful.
Dude, at least it's a dream. I sat here and talked at length about real constipation.
Doctor, stick a finger.
You guys walked away from me.
But yeah, it's an awful dream, and I seem to have it more and more. Though it feels like, and I'm so relieved inside the dream, and I'm like, oh, it's not real.
Well, I think
nobody's actually seen me. It really didn't happen. Thank God.
Just put on my therapy cap for a second. Right. I honestly do think because, guys, the three of us sitting on this table are not equipped mentally to be on television. We're not. I don't think. And there is something to that loss of privacy that bothers you. And you've said it. You even said it on mic. How it's just like you're on the front line. Like people come in and you have to fucking take the pictures and answer the fucking same questions over and over again. Shuck and jive and shit. And people know where to find you. And it's just like, this is your workplace. This is a place that you built up. It's a place that you've captained for over a decade. It's just like, and now suddenly because of the TV show, it's become something else. Like there's an element to it now that maybe you're not so hot about.
When we were in the other store down on Monmouth Street, like when we first started, because we were only there for about a year, right? A little bit longer.
A year.
I remember saying to you that one of the things I couldn't stand most about it was, I was like, it's not fair. I said, people come in and they corner you and they ask you question after question after question about Kevin and Jay and fucking this and that. And and I said, it's understandable that, they want to know some stuff, but then there's like, that test group, that 1 out of every 50 people that doesn't know when enough is enough. And I remember being like, it's not fair. And you were like, fair, puss. Just fucking answer questions.
Oh, and you know what though? I answer them all, and I try to give everybody the same level of attention who comes in. And
Now, do you ever say anything like? Because I've been asked like many questions in a row, and I'll say to the person, I'd be like, "This is your last question, so make it a good one." Like I've said it.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I can't do that either.
Really?
I always try.
Yeah, I cannot be like that. That like clinically. Just,
uncaring.
Yeah, and just
hostile.
Yeah, you're just telling that person like you only have 2 seconds left of my attention, then you're gone.
Yeah,
and I'm gone.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is like most people are just nice. Like that's you know what I mean. Like never really talk to assholes. So then it turns on myself where I'm just like I got to be nice to this person because they're a nice person.
Do you know how?
Oh yeah. Oh, everybody's nice.
Right.
Yeah, if you're here or at the cons, I mean, the number of people that come up and again, 1 out of 1,000 will say something where you're like, "Are you fucking mentally retarded? Why the fuck would you say that to me?"
Yeah, that happens. That happens. But they're never not nice about it. They're just kind of oblivious to the fact how
they're just out
of
it.
Yeah, like they'll say something about your appearance or something.
Yeah, and it's
and you're like, like you try to make a joke about it, but if they're that thick to make the comment anyway, they may not be as they may not be able to tell the sarcasm in the response though.
Yeah, especially when you give it back to them on say Twitter or something, then they never get it. It's very difficult to be anything other than accommodating to people who are one very nice, two support things you do, support your show, support the podcast, support the merchandise you put out there. It's how can you possibly be an asshole to that person?
It's weird because I there's such a difference in my head, and there shouldn't be, between like the ants and anybody else.
There's a reason for that though. I think because you're showing a bit more of the real Q here, and they still like you.
Right. Maybe. I put it this way. I've given my phone numbers to many ants. I mean, not talking about the Twitter incidents, but like I've been given my number to ants. Sure. Like that guy Nez, the feather in the end, who can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could like get him. You know what I mean? Like,
ant
no, I said it as a joke. But, and I like I've like in a practical joke.
Yeah. I think it's the fact that I think, if they listen to this podcast and they still like you,
right? Warts and all.
Yeah, that's where I think you find a little bit more appreciation, or I don't know if appreciation is the right word, but
because I appreciate it is funny because on Twitter too, you'll see the IJ fans will be like, he never answers anything unless it's Tell Steve Dave. Like they complain about it all the time, but I can't help it, man. Like I love this. I don't know. You know how I feel about this show. Yeah, I'm not complaining about anything, but I know sometimes it comes, and I know I have complained sometimes but I'm having a really, really tough week mentally, and like I said, I wake up every day with this anger. I have it now. I'm fucking punching a goddamn thing.
Will the holidays help? Christmas help at all? You say you don't care really about Christmas, so it really might not help at all, huh?
Christmas makes it worse.
It won't help. Yeah, really? I'm trying to get into
sad.
it. I'm trying to get into it.
Because the music, when you walk into places, the music is playing. The decorations are up. That can't warm that chunk of ice in that chest.
I think it can. I'm going to try for it too this year.
That would be nice.
A Christmas miracle.
I don't know about a miracle, but it would be nice if it could, right?
It would be really nice. It would be nice. I'm hopeful, and I apologize to anybody who thinks this episode turns out to be complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm you know.
You're telling me what your mindset is right now, and if that's the way it is.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
I told Walt recently, I'm slowly but surely, I'm trying to become a better person. I know I have some flaws and shit, and some are my fault, some are not my fault. I just got this book. I haven't read it yet. It's called The Quiet, or is it The Quiet or
Quiet?
Quiet.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you reading it?
I just started reading it this week. Mojer told me to get it.
Yeah.
2 days ago, I started reading it.
I got it, and I started reading it today, and a couple pages in, I was like, okay, I get it. I got a little bit more, and
right.
Hopefully there's strategies to deal with it.
It's about introverts versus extroverts.
Yeah.
And like ambiverts. are the big thing coming out of that.
That's the
Just
new
one of
one.
those self-help books.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's more of a self-realization than self-help.
It's not even. I wouldn't even put it in that thing. It's just a study of the psychology behind introverts versus extroverts. It's not like this is how you could be better at this. No, okay. It's like this is the research into it, and this is what it is.
Yeah.
In fact, the first fucking chapter is all about no matter what you are, there's nothing wrong with you, so there's nothing to fix. So,
well, I talked about it. I think it might have been on that Smodcast, that original, that Dr. Smith and the Medicine Show, and I talked about going to see that Texas Chainsaw the Beginning movie with a guy, I can't remember his name now, so many years ago, but when I was out in L.A., a nice guy used to come to the store, he invited me, hey, do you want to go to the movie? So I went.
Just a pal.
Yeah, yeah, and then afterwards he wanted to hang out, and I don't know what it is, but it feels like too much to me at that point because I don't know him, and that's what I mean by being like standoffish. Where he's like, "Hey, you want to go to Starbucks and get a cup of coffee?" And I'm like, "No, not really. I don't like small talk. I don't want to engage in small talk, and I don't want to engage in any talk about." You know, at the time it would have been Kevin probably, or you know. View askew stuff. Fucking definitely the way you are. I mean, introverted.
Yeah, but I don't think I have a lot of. I don't think I spend a lot of time like trying to look inward and find out what I am. Though, just go, just do it. No, I don't worry about what I am. That's nice.
But it made me feel guilty. It made me feel guilty for a long time, though.
Guilty?
Yeah, it would make me feel guilty because I would. The guy went and, like, in a situation like that, the guy went and did something nice and got me into a movie that, like, yeah, I actually wanted to see. It's like, looking back, I can't even believe I went, but he does that, and then I'm like, well, why can't I just bring myself to go and have go to Starbucks and hang out with the guy for another fucking 45 minutes?
Maybe.
I did at the time, yeah. Actually, I went to Starbucks and I was writing at the time for the Dimension
2 hours
thing.
With a dude.
Yeah,
well, sitting and watching a movie. Not
yeah,
like
that he got me into. Yeah, but in different ways. I many times I would feel guilty about just rather doing my own thing than being involved in groups and shit like that.
I wouldn't feel guilty.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. You're like. You might. We should just fucking study you. I want to see like a digital readout of like the spinning like fucking diagram looking guy. You know, because
I never feel guilty that I don't want to do anything. I just do what I want to do, and if I really don't want to do it, I don't feel guilty because I don't want to do it. I didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
What is your plans though for Christmas though, Q? What are your just family?
Yeah, just family.
Pennsylvania.
Probably Pennsylvania, yeah.
But you bribed Pam's again?
Me? I don't know. I think I would like to I mean, I have to spend Christmas here so Sage can see her mother, but then after that...
Oh, yeah? You're going to take off?
Yeah, I think maybe take off for a week or so, go somewhere. I mean...
For New Year's, you mean?
I don't know. If it's quiet, then yeah. Like, I can't get into the mindset of somebody who wants to be in, like, say, Times Square in New York. Like, have you ever done that ever?
No.
Really? I would have thought you have done it by now.
No, it's not because of the people, because of the cold. It's generally freezing.
It's always like 17 degrees.
Yeah, I'll never do it.
And unless you're there at like 1 a.m. the night before, they start blocking it off, and you see you're like fucking 9 blocks away from the ball. It's like I can't even fucking see it, and everybody's running around with like Neutrogena hats on or whatever fucking corporate sponsor there is. And plus, I fucking don't understand New Year's as a holiday.
No, I thought I could
celebrate another year of living.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just fucking meaningless as every other holiday, bro.
It really is. I was talking to someone a couple weeks ago about my distaste for it's the one holiday where, like, weeks later, people are still like, hey, have a good New Year's, you know? It's like, would you fuck off? Like, you don't say Merry Christmas fucking 3 weeks after it happens. You're not wishing people, you know.
Yeah, it's still the start of the new year, though. Like,
yeah, but 3 weeks in, I mean, there's got to be a fucking cutoff. There's got to be a fucking cutoff.
I think it's February.
Oh, my God, an entire month?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Because then you don't want to offend the black people, take it away from them.
Oh, I don't get that.
It's Black History Month. February.
February.
Yeah, you don't want to take it away from them.
You know
That would
what?
be
For
wrong.
me, bro, every month is Black History Month.
Yeah.
So I don't subscribe to that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Every month is.
But what about New Year's? What's your plan for New Year's? You got to have some big show. A cue has got to be have some jet-setting party to go to.
I have not done anything on New Year's
Gonna ring it in with hornswoggle?
since I lived in that apartment on Liberty Avenue.
Oh wow.
Yeah, a long time. I used to work when I was in the firehouse. I used to volunteer to work on New Year's.
What, you don't, but like, what about the other Impractical Jokers? Are they doing something like? I mean, I thought you guys
aren't you guys obligated to hang out with each other?
No, I mean, but are you guys going to like have something big planned? Like not just something fun and like exciting?
This sounds like an awful question. What do you mean?
Wait, what did you say? What was the
What do
question?
you mean?
I'm surprised that like you guys
The
don't
four
have,
of us are going to get together?
not the 4 years together, but like do they have like
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Sal, I
New Year's
doubt. I'm
plans?
sure Sal does not. But I
Listening to
don't know.
Sal recently, he sounds tired. He sounds worn out. Like because you guys work quite a bit.
Yeah, we've had some
you're on the
time
road
off.
New Year's?
No, we won't be on the road. I'll definitely be home, but I just it's amateur night, really. That's what I used to think, dude. I'm telling you, I had 3 glasses of wine the other night, and I was fucking wrecked. It's crazy. I don't drink anymore, dude. Like it's bizarre.
How big were these glasses?
Standard
I meant
glasses.
bottles.
No, I don't drink anymore, dude. That's
He did send me a text. It was like 2 a.m. and it just said, "I am drunk." But it was because you were happy. I can't remember what you were happy about, but it was something good had happened the night before, or you either got good news or you were, I don't know, you were in a good mood about something. It wasn't anything major, obviously, otherwise one of us would remember.
I mean, I have an idea what it was about.
I was wondering, Walt, this is Alexandria, Kentucky, okay?
Kentucky?
Kentucky, yep. Now, this takes up pretty much a full... It's a good, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A good 15 paragraphs. A real-life Grinch is running around Alexandria putting a serious damper on Christmas spirit by slashing inflatable holiday yard decorations.
You're trying to fuck him?
Now you see, skeleton hanging in a tree. Now you know what they're talking about, obviously.
Oh yeah, you see these things everywhere, and everybody has them now.
And they're always deflated during the day.
Yep.
Now, is that something that people do on purpose, or?
Because they have these little
you have to turn the
generator
power
things.
on them.
Yeah, but why not inflate them during the day?
Because they light up. They don't look as good as they do at night.
They look better at night.
Yeah.
I imagined I'd never done it, but I would think people would shoot them with BB guns, and that's why I thought they were deflated until I figured out that that's just the way it works. That's how people do it. Mm-hmm. But evidently, somebody in this area was caught on a homeowner surveillance camera system. It was sliced here, and here, says the lady who showed Fox 19 exactly how the culprit slashed her inflatable lawn decorations. They went through the yard and they sliced this first, and then they came through and got all but 2 of them. Her husband has been able to sew up most of the holes and get them inflated once again, but they're not the only ones who've fallen victim to the slashers. They think that as many as 3 other people could have been victimized, right? Our children were right upstairs when this took place. We had no idea this was going on, that someone was on our property destroying our things. It makes us sad and scared. Their Christmas spirit is in ruins in their front yard, and it's staying that way for at least the end of the year. I hope whoever is doing this realizes it's not funny. It's not a joke. You have ruined Christmas, not only just for our family, but for other families that drive by and enjoy looking at these things.
Ruined Christmas?
Fox 19 says the suspects could face charges of criminal mischief and criminal trespassing if they're caught. Now, I read about half of the article. How the fuck do they write an article that long about a couple of assholes fucking slashing? It says the Bengals, dude. I guess there must be a Bengals like Christmas, like maybe I don't
Bengals, like Cincinnati Bengals.
I think so. Yeah, it says they came through and sliced the Bengals dude first and went all the way through, came this way, got them all.
Well, how
but
is it
two
a
of them.
Christmas decoration if it's a fucking sporting thing?
Well, maybe it's like a Bengals thing with like he's carrying a fucking Christmas ham. I don't know.
Why is there a fucking Cincinnati Bengals gigantic balloon prop in Kentucky?
Who the fuck knows? That's why I knew that the Bengals weren't from Kentucky, so I didn't really understand. My question was
Follow-up article.
Yes. No. My question is, like Hugh, you hit it. Is it arrogant, just a hair, to think that Christmas is literally ruined for families that drive by their house now
Dramatic,
because they can't see the.
Yeah.
Now, are those things expensive?
I'm sure that they've come down in price because now they sell them everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Because I was just like, just go buy 3 more.
Well, I mean, why though? I mean, I think you're missing a little bit an insight into that soul is why you're not a little bit more angrier at some asshole going around causing these people to have to maybe go rebuy their balloons.
That's definitely an asshole.
Wait a second. Are you encouraging me to be angry?
No. But why are you?
That's a show first.
But why are you upset at the article and the people who got victimized? You're like the victims are saying are actually
Because they go about it in such a pussy way. Like, our children were upstairs while this person was on the lawn.
It's not
I'll
like they
tell you
took
what,
him out with a fucking AR-15 or something.
because I'll tell you what,
Children.
if I don't have any of those balloons
Fuck
on my
you and your
front lawn.
kids. Yeah.
Right.
I don't have any. But if I did have them, and in the middle of the night there is people on my property
Right.
vandalizing them, I would be a little concerned about like my kid. This is my property. Who's the intruders on my property, and who's to say they won't come into the house and do some shit too? Then
Make your pig cry, maybe. I agree.
it's a violation.
It's definitely a violation, and I know what your property looks like. It would be super easy for somebody to, especially if you had them out there, to come by and slash them and move on. Unless you had some sort of, like, unless you were, say, me, where you're embroiled in several fucking beefs with people in the neighborhood, whether it be that fucking lady or the fucking asshole who passed the bus or whatever. If I were you, I would think it was random. It was just like some random fucking jerk-offs who did a random jerk-off
But if they kept doing it, would I be within my rights legally to fill that balloon?
To shoot them?
No, to fill that balloon with some sort of gas, like tear gas. Or maybe even
I think
mustard.
morally you'd be in the right.
Legally, could I do that?
Probably not legally.
Well, what kind of gas? Like mustard gas? Like,
Yeah, something
peels their skin off.
Something that's going to make them never do it again.
I mean, to be in possession of that kind of stuff, it's about the possession of the gas.
That's what it is.
All right, then tear gas.
I don't think you can possess tear gas.
I can't even get tear gas.
I think you could hire Ginnam to sit on your lawn and stop people from doing it.
Oh, what about mace? What if I just fill it with mace?
Like booby trap it.
Yeah.
No, like as soon
you
as
do
you
like
cut
a tripwire, so fucking
mace comes out of
like
it.
a bouncing Betty, like a fucking one of those landmines that comes up 4 feet and cuts people in half. Let's see. Well, Walt, I don't think your chances are high. It's a chemical weapon that is banned even in war. So.
Tear gas?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I thought I just saw that cops were shooting it like during the riots.
It says here, you're right. Tear gas is a chemical weapon banned in war, but Ferguson police shoot it at protesters.
How's that possible then?
It's Ferguson, bro.
It's Ferguson. A bunch of fucking idiots who, I'm sorry, I get being upset that somebody in your community died, but to fucking burn it down means you're a fucking moron. And to chase people around, like to chase white people around Target, intimidating them and shit doesn't make your case. It doesn't make people sympathetic to you. It makes people think that, you know, in case anyone from Ferguson is listening, it makes people think like, well, fucking, of course, this is how you're going to fucking react because you're a fucking animal. You know, you're burning your fucking own neighborhood down.
So where's the compassion?
Bullshit.
So where's the compassion for the balloon people in Kentucky?
Rather than the wait.
What
are we comparing here? I need to know.
The victims there. You're on their case,
right?
No, I think that if I was in Ferguson, I would be out there rioting.
These people aren't fucking victims. These Ferguson people.
I would go, yeah, but if you're part of a community that's been kicked down by the fucking cops all the time, and then suddenly,
there's nothing going on in Kentucky, so why the fuck are they cutting down all the balloons?
Yeah.
We don't know that anything's going on in Kentucky.
This could be the next Ferguson. This whole. Bengals mascot slashing fucking.
Well, the cop
wave.
got it off, right? Like they acquitted him.
They didn't. No, there wasn't enough evidence to bring it to trial.
So he's innocent.
He's innocent. I mean,
right.
Look. I didn't even know this was going on, and until I read something about they might indict the dad for the stepfather.
Oh, for inciting a riot.
Inciting a race riot. Now, when you have video footage of a guy walking into the bodega, taking the cigars, the cigarellos, which I assume they're going to turn into blunts, and the guy tries to stop him, and he pushes him away. And then this guy proceeds to this guy who is now not a suspect. He did it on video. You saw him fucking steal it right on video. Is walking down the middle of the street harassing people, and the cop comes up and says, move to the side. Now, that's where it gets gray as far as this side versus that side. But you have the suspect's friend say, okay, they shot him in the back. All right, well, but they didn't shoot him in the back.
Okay.
There's no forensic evidence that would show that he was shot in the back. You have witnesses that say it happened the way the cop said it happened. Now we live in a society where even if it doesn't go the way you want it to go, you are then in your own mind, I guess, entitled to fucking burn down your own community. And even if you have been trampled by the cops or treated like assholes,
without a doubt they have, of course.
I don't know. I really do feel like I know a couple policemen, and every cop I know is.
I 100% agree with you, dude. I would never come out against the cops at all. Like I'm a huge supporter of the police, but I think that America definitely has institutionalized racism, and it's a response to that.
Let's get back to that balloon issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
You haven't figured that out yet?
Let's figure that one out first.
Before Ferguson?
Before you go on to Ferguson, let's talk.
Ferguson's going to take too long for tonight, but we can figure out the balloon thing tonight.
Oh, we have to talk about the patches too.
All right, yeah.
So
let's get the final words on the balloon thing. You're mad at the victims because A, they're upset that they may have to go out and buy new balloons or repatch their balloons.
Right. No, I'm.
You're mad at the.
I'm not even mad
at the person who wrote the article because they devoted too much time to it, much effort to the article.
I would say mystified is more the word than angry, right? And as far as the victims are concerned, yeah, I think you're going a little bit big on this one. Where like Christmas is now fucking ruined.
This is the guy that brought a fucking how much was that security system when some old lady knocked on your door?
But I didn't fucking give an interview to the fucking.
You would've.
Yeah.
You would've if you could. You called News 12 and they didn't show up. You were already with your fucking speech.
That's not to say they won't still show up. Who knows what else is going on in Monmouth County?
I mean, you tweeted about it. You fucking talked about it on the pod.
Did I tweet about it? When did I tweet?
Hey, I got a stalker.
When people said, "How's the stalker thing going?" and I answer them.
So I mean, come on. I mean, you were ready to talk about it at length when your rights are a little bit trampled on. What did you say, Q? Or I don't know if those are rights when you're
civil rights.
Oh, my right to not have people bang on my door at fucking midnight scare the shit out of my niece.
Well, you don't think it's scary when those kids wake up when they see a fucking deflated fucking Cincinnati Bengal on the front lawn?
If it's in the daytime, I would just assume they wouldn't even notice. They would be like, that's his normal posture.
Right, when it comes time to turn on the Bengal and it doesn't flow up with air, I mean, come on, that's got to be traumatizing.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably get into the witness protection program. I'm like, there's no way I can fucking testify against these fucking crazed lunatics. Yeah, I thought it was a little bit. It was kind of a lot of ink dedicated to like minor fucking vandalism.
We should all move to Kentucky then, if that's the fucking. That's
the headline.
That's the headline. God bless Kentucky.
That's right.
Because they got something solved. If that's the fucking big news, right?
They must. I mean, I don't know. There's also a whole bunch of other stuff that seems like it should
trump that.
It should, yeah.
Like what?
Like woman sentenced for grandson's death in bridge crash. Flasher arrested again in Amberley Village. Like again being the key word. Fatal stabbing of homeless man downtown.
Nobody wants to hear that, though.
I know, they're more interested in a fucking inflatable Christmas thing getting stabbed than a real person. It's literally fucking like 2 paragraphs. The real guy who got stabbed. He was a fucking homeless guy. Oh God, what a fucking horrible. Who knows? Like sometimes, like I never thought that like it was never in my fucking life plan to get addicted to painkillers. Not in a million years did I dream, especially at the age that I got addicted to them, that I would. So if I didn't have people around me, or I didn't have certain things put into place, like I could be this fucking dude, this homeless guy who gets fucking stabbed, like let's say I moved on to fucking heroin or something, and I'm involved in a dispute at the homeless camp at the corner of Gilbert Ave under the I-471 overpass. Like, I'm glad that's not me.
Yeah, I'm glad that's not you too, buddy.
See, that's something to be thankful for coming off the heels of Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I was thankful for stuff on Thanksgiving. We talked a little bit about the people that bought the Christmas pod, still available on bandcamp.com. And when I went,
can we just let the cat out of the bag? We're not, like, obviously spoilers don't mean anything, right?
About what happens?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't think you should. We don't have to be adhered to the spoilers now. I mean, it's been out for this long.
There are people that wait until Christmas to listen to it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that. Yeah. People like, I buy it and I wait.
And they
Christmas
wait
Day.
to give it to themselves. Yeah. I don't
Really?
know. Yeah. So for you know what? Here's the thing.
That's for a couple.
Here's the thing. From here, if you don't want to hear it, then turn down your volume for 1 minute. I'm gonna give it exactly 1 minute. I'll tell you when we're gonna start. And,
the spoilers?
And then you can tell the spoilers, and people can either fucking deal with it or not. All right. Let's see here. Hold on. Stopwatch. Okay. You ready? Starting right. Okay. When I say starting right now, it's going to be 1 minute of spoilers. Walt, ready? Go. Okay. So we're talking about the Christmas pod, and if you are interested in purchasing it, you would go to bandcamp.com, and it's essentially bicentennial, or the Pod Olympics Part 2.
Right.
Christmas themed. And
it's basically bicentennial battle.
Bicentennial battle. Is that what we called it? I can't remember exactly what we called it. Well, you're the one who wants to give the spoilers. Why are you sitting there like the thinker and shit?
Doing. You got me on I don't know what's going on.
I only got 29 seconds. Give some spoilers, baby.
Ming gets a tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Dave tattoo.
Yes, Ming.
Because he loses.
And I thought it was really
battle.
clever how you hit it in the album cover.
I wouldn't call that hiding, but yeah, some people didn't realize it. Some people did. But
what leads him to get that tattoo is totally worth it.
I would have thought that you'd be a little bit more, you'd be on an upswing. Like your life would have been, like that glow and that.
Okay, I know you're back. That was a minute. Give us 1 more minute. We're still talking. Give us 1 more minute.
I would have thought you'd still be walking on air a little bit. I mean, like the Seattle Seahawks, a week later after winning the Super Bowl, they're not like all bitter and nasty and grumpy. They're still happy they won. Now, you won.
Yeah.
And you don't look as happy as I thought you'd be.
Well, he doesn't have that Seattle Seahawks money, Bo.
Yeah, that big giant ring they get to wear around.
Oh, come on, man! You put it in Ming Chen's face.
I mean, we put it in Ming Chen's face, but
you made him get a tattoo with your prowess on the battlefield.
We did do well. We did.
You destroyed him.
We did
you
crush them.
Decimated him.
Yeah.
It was a dissection.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I just need to be reminded of it because it is making me feel pretty good right now.
I mean, you totally blew his doors off.
Him.
He was naked for all the world to see after you fucking. He was Charlie Brown.
Okay, it's been 2 minutes. Just give us one more minute. One more minute. I swear that'll be it.
If you have any kind of distaste for Ming Chen, you got to go buy the Christmas pod, the Tell 'em Steve Dave 2014 Christmas pod. It's everything you
and
ever
we know
wanted.
you do.
I mean, if you're out there,
you want to
listening.
see him get his comeuppance. That's the pod for you.
Yeah, it was extremely delightful to watch his face fall millimeter by millimeter as he figured out like this isn't going to go. This
isn't going to work out for me.
Nope. Not the way I'd hoped at all.
We got carols in there.
Yes.
We got Christmas carols sung by Sal and Jeff.
That was beautiful.
I mean,
games.
It was
we have,
Sandra Boyle moment, probably.
Sandra who?
From that grimace that everybody likes.
Susan Boyle.
Oh.
I have to pee really badly. I've been holding
Grimace.
it for like 2 minutes.
Okay, but that's good anyway because our third minute is
I
up.
want to talk about the passage real quick.
All you have to do is go to bandcamp.com and put in Tell 'em Steve Dave. But you're right. I actually the next morning, that Friday morning, I looked and I was thankful. I think I tweeted it too because I like to see that cover on the number one spot, mostly because, and it's weird because I'll never truly know their reactions, but I always want to know the reactions of people who are up there like 2, 3, and 4, and then suddenly they're displaced and they're like, who the fuck are these guys? And
you
why?
just wish you could say it was like, we're number one on Bandcamp. And you're like, what's that?
It's kind of like iTunes. Yeah.
But cheaper.
Yeah, sometimes even free.
Like if we were number one on iTunes,
yeah.
You could probably puff up your chest until February.
Yeah. It wouldn't even bother me that like on January 23rd, people are still like, Happy New Year.
For me, it is. I'm number one.
Yeah, still
iTunes.
Number one on iTunes. Not even shitty Bandcamp.
It's still nice to be number one anywhere. I mean, you'd never, ever be not jazzed to be number one somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, unless it's like the FBI's most wanted list or something like that. But I guess let's say you're going to be on the FBI's top 10, would you want to be number one?
Or 10? Yeah, you might as well be number one.
Yeah, you might as well be the most hated because there are like other guys on it that are just like they seem like they're just random drug dealers or something, or like a guy who committed a huge arson.
Well,
in the name of.
Do you really want to be number one? Because number one.
Let's see who it is right now.
If you're number one. Everyone's looking for you. If you're number 7, you have probably an easier time blending in.
Yeah. I don't know. How long was Whitey Bulger on there, man? That dude was on there a long time. 16 years. They probably knew where he was, though. Let's see. Okay, so right now is Fidel Urbina. Now, Fidel, I'm not saying anybody should go out looking for you. I don't want to get on Fidel's wrong side.
If he's on the most wanted, I mean, it's a given. It's not like he's going to be mad at you for fucking alerting. I mean, I think the FBI's got a little bit more higher profile than fucking Tell 'em Steve Dave.
Yeah. You don't think the ants will go out swarming looking for him?
What's he wanted for?
Aggravated kidnapping, aggravated flight to avoid prosecution, aggravated sexual assault, failure to appear. He's wanted for allegedly beating and raping a woman in March of 1998. While out on bond, he allegedly beat, raped, and strangled a second woman to death in 1998. October of 1998. Her body was later found in the trunk of a vehicle that had been burned. Both crimes occurred in Chicago. He may be residing in Durango, Mexico, and it also has ties to the Chicago, Illinois area. I feel like a few of these guys, and especially when you start getting into like the not the CIA, but like there's another department I can't remember, marshals maybe the federal marshals, but it's like a lot of like drug guys. It's just tons of like drug runners and stuff they're always looking for. But like they captured this dude. Now he was number 4. Unlawful flight. Okay, here, I'll just tell you what he did. He's wanted for the alleged involvement in the shooting death of a police state trooper in Pennsylvania and the wounding of another. He's known to be a heavy smoker, a weapons enthusiast, and a survivalist. He claims to have fought with Serbians in Africa. has studied Russian and Serbian languages, may have shaved his head on both sides and have long
They
hair
caught
on
this
top.
guy?
This is a guy they caught, yeah.
Why is that relevant?
Like, why is that top 10? What, the hairdo?
No, the he went to Africa and fought with Serbs. How often is that going to come up in a conversation?
I don't know. I mean, I guess if he's talking to someone in Russian or Serbian and they're like, well, that's weird that this regular, because he looks like a regular white guy, just
But what,
looks like
in
a regular
Africa
Jewish
he did this,
guy.
though?
He claims, that's what he claims.
Was
He claims to have fought with Serbians in Africa.
Against who?
I don't know. Who did the Serbians fight? The Chechens? No, I wouldn't have thought so. I don't know. I mean, he's making all kinds of wacky fucking... He's being eyed in the slashing of the fucking Bengals dude in the guy's front yard. This is the guy who I've seen on here forever. Jason Derek Brown, wanted for murder and armed robbery. He allegedly shot and killed an armored guard.
I got a good question for both of you.
Guard outside a movie theater and then fled with the money.
Okay, hold on. Got a good question.
Okay.
Somebody just wanted a picture, and I was extra nice to them.
In the bathroom?
No, we'll hold it.
Oh, okay. Nice. You see one of the top wanted. You know for a fact, without a doubt.
There's no fucking
There's absolutely
doubt in my
no
mind.
doubt in your mind. It's this person. Do you make the call, or are you too terrified?
Wait, say that again?
We were talking about the FBI's top 10 most wanted list. I'm
Okay.
like, if you're on that list, do you want to be number 1 or do you want to be like number 7 so people aren't so... Like at one point, everybody was looking for Osama bin Laden, but hardly anybody was looking for, say, Glenn Stewart Godwin.
Right. So if you see him, I mean, do you make the call immediately? Or do you make the call so you're like, you get out of there and you don't put yourself in any kind of danger and like, oh, he's going to know.
Is there a reward?
I think there's a reward for all the top 10
Oh,
guys.
I call immediately.
There's for the first 2 guys,
that
there's a
money.
reward of $100,000.
$100,000.
Yeah, but most of these guys are like, they're connected though. So there could be a price put on your
You're
head.
telling on the fucking cartel, which you have Joker's money. Don't worry
Yeah.
about $100,000, dude.
I don't know. That's an oxymoron. You just said I have Joker's money. Don't worry about $100,000.
It's weird. Everyone is 100 or the most 200.
That's tax-free money too.
Except for this one guy, Victor Manuel Garena, being sought in connection with the armed robbery of approximately $7 million from a security company in 1983.
83, they still haven't caught him?
He allegedly took 2 security
Did he hurt
employees
anybody?
hostage at gunpoint and then handcuffed, bound, and injected them with an unknown substance in order to further disable them. But he didn't kill anybody. He just stole $7 million.
Still, you can't be injecting people.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't.
Unknown substance in 1983.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
a
shouldn't
recipe
be.
for
Oh, that's
disaster.
so fucking weird. That year came up in 19. I saw a video today, and it showed the differences in Black Friday in 1983 and this year. And
It's a bit more hyped up now, I bet.
Well, I mean, there was some pretty big differences. Now, the first time I remember people getting out of control, especially on a Black
Cabbage
Friday, was
Patch, right?
Cabbage Patch.
Right.
And I remember very distinctly reading an article where one woman was whipping another woman with a fishing pole to like to get her away from the dolls so that she could get them for herself.
Oh my God! I hope there's footage of that on the
Will there
internet.
ever be another item that causes that kind of dementia in America, where that kind of like
We're gonna whip each
rabid-
other.
I just imagine Troy with 2 fly rods, just whipping people away from his TV set and shit. No, people go fucking.
They try though. They try to create this false demand for shit.
But like I told you, not last year, the year before, I saw it was some fucking fat white trash broad with like fucking 4 waffle irons under her arm just because they were $5. You know. So it doesn't matter if it's an item. Like Cabbage Patch was hard to get.
Cabbage Patch sent people into a state of lunacy, though. I mean, you cannot. If you weren't there, you don't remember it. I remember it.
Yeah.
And it was crack. Mm-hmm. It was crack. That's how people. Like, do you remember this kid?
I remember. Yeah.
Did you have a Cabbage Patch? Yeah, you had one.
You still have it, right?
2020 did a whole story on people, like the lengths people were going.
Right.
There was
no eBay or anything, so you couldn't like even overpay for it unless it was like some weird black market doll.
There was a guy who I just read a story about a guy like on I forget where it was now, but the greatest lengths ever to get a Cabbage Patch was that era. He was told that there was one he worked. Somebody said, I work with a gas company, and I know there's a guy in Saudi Arabia that has one.
That's insane.
Contacted him, and he said he wouldn't mail it in the mail. He was afraid it wouldn't get there. It would get stolen, so he flew to Saudi Arabia.
He wanted to sell it
to
Saudi Arabia?
He
wanted to buy it from.
So he flew to Saudi Arabia just for a Cabbage Patch doll.
How the fuck did a Saudi Arabian get his hands on a Cabbage Patch doll?
Asshole.
What are you talking about? Why not?
But I mean, were they selling them over there? Or
He might have got one here.
I'm sure has all that oil money, bro. He's from Saudi Arabia. He can get whatever he wants.
Yeah, I know. But like, were there there weren't Saudi Arabian Cabbage Patches.
It didn't matter, though.
Right?
I mean, if the rest of the world follows our lead. If we're fucking into baby fucking Cabbage Patchers, the rest of the world's into it too.
You know what? I found that to be true sometimes with Muslims. Not really so much, especially if they're radicals.
Oh yeah, go look how many want to wear jeans and they're getting killed for wanting to wear their blue jeans.
Yeah, they should be allowed to wear their blue jeans. I'm down with it, man.
Sure.
I think we should airdrop blue jeans to fucking Muslim countries.
But I'm telling you, man, if it's popular here, you could bet your ass it's popular in the rest of the world.
Yeah, especially in places like Japan and shit, you know? Were you ever in a situation where one of your little girls wanted something so desperately and you're like, as a dad, I gotta fucking get it? Webkins.
Oh, that's
they were
right.
into that Webkin stuff for
I remember
a short
that.
period of time when we were buying Webkins like crazy.
Now, were there any that you were like, I really have to, like, I got to fly to Saudi Arabia?
Oh, no.
Like the equivalent of that.
No, nothing along those crazy lengths or like those insane lengths. But I mean, we were on the eBays at like 2:00 in the morning, like with like 2 minutes left.
Sniping.
Okay. All right, we got to snipe this one. You know, like, my kids are in bed, and I'm the only one who's up sniping. You know,
Your girls want me to get you up at 1 for sniping? Deb, you want to get up? You want to watch me snipe somebody?
I look like an air traffic controller, so fucking geared to that screen, making sure I win that Webkins at 2:00 in the morning. And then when it gets, I have to let it go. I got to break the news to the family in the morning. Did you get the Webkins? I was like, got away from me.
Yeah.
There's another one going off tonight. Don't worry.
I'm loading up my sniper rifle right
There's
now.
5 billion of them up there. It's not like we're not going to get one.
Yeah. I'm lucky with Sage in that respect that there's nothing except if she sees it on TV in the moment, she wants it more than anything on earth. And then the fucking second the commercial's over, then she wants the next thing. But then in real life, if we go to the toy store, she doesn't want any of it. You know, she might get one or like, you know, a couple. She likes little Matchbox and
She's
shit.
like, I want a new iPad.
Yeah. Enough of that shit. Yeah, I won't send her iPad to school anymore. Fucking no way.
What's with the patch, man?
So the patch, yeah.
Okay,
This
did
was
I
supposed
talk
to be.
about-
You talked about it to me last week off air, though.
So several ants have come forward.
And you brought this up last week, but we never did get to it.
Yeah, it wasn't cut out. I just had to rush last week because of time. So this is it. We have an amazing patch made up for us.
Yes.
Kolbachek Brothers. My boy Dennis comes up with this amazing thing. We say we're going to put it out. The idea being the ultimate, for me personally, the ultimate merch from this is the patch that you can put on the back of your leather vest. You get on your bike, your scooter, your Vespa, your skateboard, whatever. Suddenly the 4-color demons are rolling down the street. Represented. Several ants came forward and said, hey, man, you got to be really careful with that because...
Okay, I'm looking at the patch right now. Okay, go ahead.
Because they're like real MCs, real motorcycle gangs we're talking about the 1%ers here.
Right.
Your Hells Angels, your 69ers,
That's a real motorcycle gang, the 69ers?
Yeah, I wouldn't talk bad about them if I were you. So,
I wasn't going to talk bad, but that's...
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
Is that...
No, there's a real band.
Really?
You're thinking about the Niners.
The Niners, okay.
Yeah, no.
Are they named after the position?
I don't know, but I'm actually meeting a few of them this week to discuss this.
Can you ask that?
I will ask.
It has to be, right? That can't be a coincidence.
I will find. It might be the year, 1969.
69ers MC. I'm looking at it right now. The 69ers. Oh, wait. They're an Australian pop, jug, and country band. I think I'm looking at the wrong one.
That's a different band.
No disrespect, 69ers.
So, and they said, like, you can get in serious trouble if you're wearing what they perceive to be another gang's patch in their territory. And apparently, in the motorcycle world, this is a big deal. Now, other people have come forward and said, hey, man, if you look at your patches, the color of your patches are the same colors as the Hells Angels. And in fact, you guys share a skull and wings and the colors of Hells Angels.
Oh, good Lord.
So you're...
I don't agree, though. It does, to me, it does not look like it at all.
I'm not saying it looks it. I'm just saying it has the skulls, the wings, and the cover.
Yeah.
And the colors.
Okay. There you
Right.
go.
Okay.
You think it looks too close?
I don't think it looks close.
My feeling is as though, like...
And it doesn't, we don't say 1% on there. There's no, like, we don't make that 1%er
Right.
thing.
So what I put to you and to the ants at large, are we just saying fuck it? And let's just make these things and go. Should we change the colors a little bit so it's not the exact colors from Hell's Angels?
But it's really not, though. I mean, you have
white and red.
Yeah,
and yellow.
They have red.
It's white, red, and yellow.
But we have a dark maroon.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Now you're splitting hands with the Hell's Angels.
That
Keep
yellow,
going.
I would say this is more of an off-white than a yellow.
How often are the ants going to be in company of Hell's Angels?
Probably
With
never.
their vests on.
Statistically speaking, never. But how bad are we going to feel if a loyal ant gets his fucking skull caved in by a Hell's Angel? And even more important, Walt, are we fiscally responsible if that happens?
We definitely are not. You wear it at your own risk.
If you have a vest anyway, you
Sure.
probably can handle yourself.
I don't know about that.
Right? If you have a leather vest and you're going to put a fucking patch on it,
I don't know.
I think you pretty much got the guns to do it. You're not going to do it if you look like me.
I'm not so sure. I have an old silk vest from a tuxedo in the 80s that I was going to put my patch on.
If you're going to go that route and if you have a motorcycle,
I don't know.
You have a leather vest and you're going to put it on. I mean, I just don't see it happening.
You know what I'm going to do?
I'm not worried about T-shirts or
why?
Because it's not. Apparently, they take the patch.
It's just a patch.
It's the patch on the back of the
but
motorcycle.
A T-shirt's
vest.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
But this is on the shoulder.
All right, T-shirt.
On the sweatshirt, it's on the shoulder.
Not worried about the sweatshirt. I'm talking about. I'm looking into. I'm in the final stages of getting those back panel patches.
So you're saying
you're not in the final stages then, because you fucking are going to retool everything.
You're ready to puss out.
Well, no. I'm asking. Should we change the colors?
Well, leave it up to the ants then. They will make the final decision. They'll tweet you.
Yeah. Okay. Go to @BQ Quinn,
and you'll take a little pulse.
An informal
if they
poll.
Wanted,
they should be. You know what? This is what we'll do. Do hashtag
FCD.
FCD yes or FCD no.
There you go.
If it's FDC yes wins, then we'll just release the patch as is. If FDC no wins, we will change the colors.
And here's what he told me. This is what I thought was really strange. He goes, "What if one of the ants is on vacation and they run into a Hell's Angel?" I'm like, "What vacation spot do you think
telling you, when I was
most people are hanging out with Hell's Angels?"
When I was in Key West and Duval Street, there's not just Hell's Angels. There was biker.
So you're talking about even if it's not Hell's Angels, another biker gang,
any
may be
1%er, yes.
Why?
Because this is in that culture something they take very seriously.
But why? So it may be too close to just to have a patch at all is a
on the back of the thing that
just
it can
don't put it on the back of your vest then.
Sure, but that's part of the fun of doing it.
Here's what I'm going to do. All right.
Okay.
I know a guy who is in a 1%er club.
Okay.
I'm going to print out the patch, and I'm going to take it to him.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk to him and some of his guys. In fact, I know a couple guys in different clubs. I will do a mini survey, and I'm going to see what they say.
Excellent. And this week, I'm going to be speaking to a 1%er
How are
gang
you
as
in
well.
it? How are you in a circle with them?
Reached out to them. I'm trying to talk. I don't want a single ant to get fucking negatively affected by this. I wanted to bring comic book geeks together, not put us in the crosshairs.
But the sweatshirt is good to go.
No problem. No problem.
You know this for a fact.
Yes.
You're saying it's all about being on the back.
It's all about the thing on the back, yeah. That's where the trouble begins and ends, potentially.
I can't believe you're talking to the 69er. No, I'm not involved, man. This is like a Space Monkeys type thing. I should be talking to this guy.
Yeah. All right, I'm down. We can get someone on. We'll speak to you guys.
I'll talk to my guy.
Okay. All right. So FCD.
What's the name of the group you're meeting with?
69ers.
And where are you meeting them at?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to meet with that group particularly.
They are
something else all over.
No, there's something else. There's something else going on for the TV show that I don't want to talk about on this because it'll ruin the surprise.
They can practically joke a fucking 1%er motorcycle,
something like that. So I don't want to talk about it too much, but I am going to have contact with them this week, and I want to talk to them. I'm going to ask them about it. But also, the ants. If nobody gives a shit,
how do they feel about Sons of Anarchy then?
I'm going to ask that too.
Are they annoyed about that? Or
I don't know.
That?
I will find out because I see a lot of people on Staten Island riding around with the leather vest
with the Sons of Anarchy. I've seen that too, and I think it's so corny.
I think it's cheese dick. Yeah,
it's so corny.
Why is that corny?
Because you're not really in the Sons of Anarchy, and if you're riding a bike, like if you're a serious rider, it's just goofy. Like you're either in a club or you're not. You don't go and put on a patch from a fictitious gang on a fucking TV show.
But you do it for a podcast?
It's goofy. Well, I mean, but we're like admittedly goofy. Like,
but you're okay with doing it for us though?
But yeah, there's a big difference, don't you think?
No, Sons of Anarchy is fucking popular.
No, it's not about the popularity. It's about where it's coming from. Like we're not pretending we're a real fucking motorcycle gang. We don't have a show. Like it's something that somebody designed.
But we're not pretending we're a real motorcycle gang. But we're concerned though that real motorcycle gangs will be upset with it though.
Some of us, not all of us. But I do think it'll be interesting to do a little investigation.
Yeah.
Don't you, Q?
So what happens if they say no patches whatsoever? What will you do then?
If they say no patches whatsoever, who the ants or the?
No,
he apologizes for the piddle and escorts himself out.
I'll work with them. I'll try and because I know that there are rules for the patch. So if we can skirt that and make it happen, I think rocker panels come into it, which we don't have.
Don't have rocker panels. For the front, it's the
where it says like Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's curved.
Yeah.
I did want to get little patches for the three of us though for up front, like now they have like original 3,
right,
like
right.
that.
Yeah, that's funny. That's good, and the 13%ers for the girls.
Yeah,
but I think I'm sure it'll be fine. I just hold the ants very near and dear to me.
Don't you think you need to talk to the Hell's Angel more so than any group?
Maybe, but I don't think they're the. I don't know.
Well, aren't they the colors though? They're so similar.
Yeah. Well, I think that any club that takes that shit seriously should be able to weigh in. But
I think that if we were to say like you go to a Hell's Angels guy and you're like, look, here's a story. I think their first fucking question is like, a podcast? What? And you're doing what and why? It'd be better if it was warmer out because you would see more guys riding and shit.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll look into it. Don't worry. We'll make sure everybody's fucking safe and sound.
Man. The sweatshirts are shipping in a couple weeks.
That's fine.
Hell's Angels may have to change their colors. That was one of my.
There are some fucking pussies listening to this. They're like, I can't wear that sweatshirt now. I know there are.
The sweatshirt is fine.
I think there's some pussies talking on this podcast right now that are thinking of that.
I know you.
You're telling me that you don't give a shit if any of our listeners put it on and get in trouble.
Of course I don't.
All right. So what's the problem with doing the due diligence?
I just think there's more of a chance of lightning striking than rolling up.
But we didn't sell them the lightning rod. We're selling them the patch. Like I want to make sure that everybody's okay.
Right. You know what? That's good. All. That's good. That's responsible.
Yeah, that's all, man. Listen, they're ants.
It could come with a warning.
As soon as you put a warning on it, then you're holding yourself responsible.
Yeah.
No
okay,
warnings.
So no warnings.
No warnings. We'll have some insight into this next week, and of course, if anybody listening would have definitive answers, go ahead and write me at quinzoot@gmail.com.
Yeah, I wonder if any 1%ers listen. It seems like they're always busy doing other stuff. Oh, look at you.
So I'll just say, tell them Steve Dave wrapped us up. Now the show's over. Don't forget to go to naturebox.com and sign up to get your free sampler box of great tasting, wholesome snacks. Forget the vending machine and start snacking.
NatureBox?
Smarter. let's just do this 15-second free.
You just want to get it through?
Yeah, this is the way your other pods do it.
All right, but I love a NatureBox, but okay.
I heard the most boring fucking Audible ad the other day. It was a straight fucking read, and I was like, oh, God, I can't even imagine doing that.
Yeah.
Well, get ready.
All right, go ahead. Let's see how it feels.
Forget the vending machine and start snacking. Smarter with delicious treats like BBQ Kettle Kennels.
Oh, BQ.
Vanilla granola.
Go to naturebox.com/TSD. That's naturebox.com/TSD. Is that 15 seconds? Did I give them enough?
We're still going.
What do they get? I mean, what do they? What their
Free snacks. Free sampler box.
Oh, free sampler box and free shipping, right? Isn't that the other thing?
No.
Okay, I thought it's free something or other. If you go on, they'll tell you.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's the way we should roll.
I don't know about that.
People are going to fucking complain regardless of how you roll.
Today's sponsor is Audible.com, a leading provider of spoken audio information and entertainment. Listen to audiobooks whenever and wherever you want.
Somehow I feel like they...
Why are we fucking going through all this fucking nonsense?
No, that's just the opening. You have to actually tell them about the other stuff, too.
Why are we going through all these fucking ads, like
we had
building great ads and everything, when this is all we can do? And get out of here.
I guess, I guess we could.
This is the only good time I have during the week. I don't want to get out of here.
Well, I put on my voice.
Yeah, you did good.
Listen to them whenever you want.
You picked a book. You picked a couple books today. It says book picks. Host will choose book titles that is relevant to the podcast.
Oh,
topic.
like quiet.
I got one. I got one.
Yeah. Leisure, education, politics.
Oh, I started reading a book that I wanted to talk about because I know Walt is going to rip into me, and I wanted to give you the opportunity. Okay. But you know that now that Disney owns Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even do the Star Wars talk.
We could still talk about that.
The trailer.
Oh, that's right.
Well, we could do that. That's what'll lead us into the Tell 'em Steve Dave thing.
What did you think of the trailer?
Wait, are we going to finish this commercial first? Or?
Oh, okay. I thought this was a commercial.
Well, I'm sure there's Star Wars Audible books on.
The book I'm about to tell you about is a Star Wars book. It's got to be on Audible.
Okay, what is the book?
It's a book. Well, now that Disney owns Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
They're making all. They got the comic books rights back, and they're making a universe where everything now that they publish will be canon. Like it's not
Timothy Zahn stuff. Is not, but
all not.
Now coming down the pike
will be considered official canon. You're right, of Star Wars.
Okay.
So they put out the first piece of literature that they put out is this book called Tarkin, based
Grand Moff.
That's his
Grand
life
Moff himself, huh?
That's his story as a child, how he came into power, and how he built the Death Star. And
one of the most.
He built it?
Well, he was in charge of the
uninteresting looking characters that's ever walked across the screen. Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah, with that fucked up skeleton
he looks like
face.
Grandpa Tarkin.
Yeah, I kind of dig it. I've started reading the book.
And?
It's pretty fucking good book, man. It's interesting.
Right. Is it like military, censorship?
There's a bunch of his childhood on there. There's his relation with Vader is fucking pretty interesting. And yeah, like it's weird. Like the technical details of building something like the Death Star are for some reason fascinating to me.
If anything new coming down the pike is canon, are the three movies Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones?
They're canon.
They are still canon?
Yeah, they refer to those movies in the Tarkin book too. Yeah, the movies are all canon. Right. There's nothing you can do about that. But
so maybe this Grand Moff Tarkin book is on Audible.
I hope so because it's actually pretty good read.
It's Peter Cushing, right? Played that role. Maybe
is he still alive?
Maybe he narrates.
Nah, he's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah. All right, well, maybe.
But
somebody who sounds like him there.
Not to fucking break into Loot Crate again, but you know that they're releasing a new Star Wars comic book series. Yeah. That's all going to be canon. Right. And Loot Crate has a special edition Loot Crate issue number 1.
Yet, right?
Now January.
Now you're happy about Loot Crate.
I fucking love Loot Crate, bro.
Yeah. Not at first.
Not at first. No, it took a little while
to realize.
But now I love Luke, and they're not even a sponsor of us anymore, and I still love them.
Well, that's because they're getting free reads every week.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, they're like, we'd be fucking stupid to pay.
So go to Audible and do it quick. Actually, because there might be something for you to spend your Audible free book on coming very soon.
So Grand Moff Tarkin, go get that book. The
book's called Tarkin. It's a good read.
Get a free audiobook at www.audiblepodcast.com/TESD. Got to use that code.
Got to use that code.
And, refine yourself a little by getting a book. Stop watching
Star Wars
TV.
book. Refine the shit out of yourself.
Well, this is the one I just got. It's called Endurance, Shackleton's Incredible Voyage. The astonishing saga of polar explorer Ernest Shackleton's survival for over a year on the icebound Antarctic seas. It's pretty good so far.
Nice.
Is that the Polar Express?
Yeah. Tom Hanks fucking reads it, and I'm actually watching a movie and not listening to a book, which is why I brought it up.
All right.
I get confused sometimes.
All right. So that's it?
That's it.
It's the loneliest winter night, broken as every heart should be, embraced by your overwhelming warmth. This is where I long to be. Take what you need to take.
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.